How's it going, everybody? It's Roy here in the editing booth. Just wanted to give you a heads up that this is a particularly violent chapter. Some not great stuff happens in it. There's some discussion of suicide that does happen, so just wanted to, as usual, let you know beforehand in case that's something that you want to avoid. But yeah, let's get into the episode. Podcasting is Forbidden in the Cloud Recesses, the only lesbian-hosted podcast about Ancestor of the Magic Road. I'm Roy, and this is my sword, Born to Die, World is a Fuck, Kill 'Em All 1989, I am Trashman 410,757,864,530 dead cops.
Wow, I was afraid that mine was going to be too long. And I'm Fallon, aka Rapid Fire Plotting for Slander and Profit.
Hey!
And today, we have another special guest.
We have a very special guest. We have a chief cultivator of the show.
I'm the most specialist guest.
Absolutely.
Who are you?
I never think of a nickname because we don't do nicknames on my podcast.
It's all good.
If you want to take... did you know that I would think that Lan Wangji is probably a saber? I mean, they all use swords, but he is probably a saber. We're talking about fate here.
We're talking about fate. We're talking about funny fate.
Funny fate, as it turns out.
We're gonna be talking about some fucking funny fate today. I made some jokes about that in my notes. Oops. Before
you knew your co-host.
Listen.
Your co-host.
My co-host.
Here's the thing. I never read this novel. I only watch the Donghua.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what to expect. You were just like, oh, chapter 50, Jin Liang does some shit. And I was like, well, I like that. And then I read the chapter and I was like, I guess this is a chapter where everything happens.
Yeah, this is a chapter where many things happen.
It pretty much pops the fuck off. Like, if I'm not mistaken, this is the last chapter before we get just most of the book's worth of flashbacks.
Yeah.
This is pretty much it.
Yeah, and going in blind, I was reading it, and I thought, I was reading, and then suddenly Jin Liang showed up, and I was like, I guess this one isn't completely a flashback, because, they kept talking about, oh, Ni Mingjue is here.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's dead, so this must be a flashback. But I didn't realize that they were talking about, the zombie man, Ni Mingjue.
Yeah.
So I just halfway through the chapter, I was like, all right. I guess.
So, just to catch you up, Wei Wuxian put his soul into a little children's craft, a man cut out of paper, and
the paper man.
He flew away to investigate Jiggy's secret torture room, and he found Nia Mingjue's head in Jiggy's secret torture room.
Yeah.
And it was all covered in curses and shit.
And it got so mad that it took the brain out of paper Wei Wuxian and put it into his mind palace.
Yeah, it just sucked him right in. And it gave him some cool empathy flashbacks. And that's what the past, 4 chapters have been, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're just coming out of that now. This is the end of that, clearly, because Nia Mingjue, dead.
He's dead.
I'm pouring one out. Actually, no. You know what? Because I feel like if he found out that you poured one out for him, he would get mad because it's a waste. So,
well, can we toast to Nie Mingjue?
Yes!
We'll toast to him.
I'm getting out my Canada Dry ginger ale.
I've got my 3 ounces of wine.
I don't have anything to drink, but we cheers a lot in my apartment. And typically when I don't have any drinks, I just lift up my foot and everybody cheers with my foot. So I have my foot.
Hell yeah! Cheers, bro!
That's what babies are doing when they grab their own feet.
Yes, they're cheering, brother.
They're just cheering.
That's fucking cheering. It.
Sometimes babies like suck on their toes all the time. So they're just getting those nutrients.
It's fine.
Nutrients.
It's true. The nutrients.
Before we talk about the chapter, though, we did have a couple Q episodes.
We did, and I didn't see them?
Well, there was the one where Wei Wuxian decided to be annoying and make, Lan Wangji a bouquet out of arrows. Because he said, I'm going to be Hanzo Shimada this week.
They got into a dick measuring contest with archery.
Because Wei Wuxian said, I didn't get to give you a birthday present, so what I'm going to do to make up for it is be annoying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, and is there anything else that Lan Wangji wants for his birthday, really?
Yeah, shoot. I mean, everything's coming up Wangji, as we've said before.
Yeah.
I realized that we forgot to talk about the episode where there was the anthill.
Yes.
That one was funny and good. That was, so it was the infamous, like, #original dirt moment in the talk when Wei Wuxian is, like, about to get expelled from the cloud recesses and he's sitting in, like, a courtyard and he's digging in dirt.
Yeah.
And Lan Wangji comes up from behind him and sees him, and he just sees him from the back, and he thinks that he's, like, sad and has been extremely hurt and is, like, in miserable, feeling pathetic, but he's just playing with some ants.
Yeah, he's just having a good time.
Because he's a disgusting little dirt boy.
And laughing to himself. And it looks like sobbing, and Lan Wangji comes up, and then he sees what Wei Wuxian is doing, and he's like...
He's like, this bitch talking about some ants. I can't believe this.
When I almost get expelled from school, the first thing I want to do is sit down on the ground.
You answer for your crimes. Answer for your crimes.
God. Mr. Ants.
Want to fuck with ants so much. Try it.
Mr. Dig in my damn dirt.
So Q is basically, as it usually is, just Wei Wuxian being annoying.
Oh yeah, we also got a little trailer thing for some of the upcoming episodes.
We're gonna get Yiling Laozu Baby.
We're gonna get Yiling Laozu Baby. We're gonna get Wens.
We're gonna get the Wens.
As babies.
As babies. We're gonna get little baby Munyao.
The smallest one!
I have a question about Q.
Yeah.
Well, first off, it makes me feel weird. I know it's not having anything to do with QAnon, but every time you say Q, I'm like,
same.
Oh, whoops.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
Same. Every time.
Does Jin Liang show up in Q as like an egg cell?
Oh my god. He hasn't yet, but I'm assuming he's about to.
Yeah, he's just gonna...
If they're all
be a zygote.
babies, like what is he supposed to be?
Well,
he's the time traveling adult.
Oh, okay. I guess that's fine.
Yeah.
Girls with the time machine versus Jin Liang with the time machine. Man.
What if adult Jin Liang time traveler came back and he had like a mustache like Lan Shiren? Like a little mustache and beard.
What if he was 24 and he got the required 24-year-old dude bad facial hair that he's like obligated to try to get?
Oh, he's got the peach fuzz on the upper lip.
I think it would be good.
You gotta have chin pubes at some point.
Yeah.
It's a coming of age ritual.
Or maybe he can't grow like a lot of facial hair, because I know that some people have trouble with that. And like it comes in all patchy, except for one spot that's like very full. But he likes it. He thinks it makes him look tough.
He's really proud of it. He's been on T for 6 months. So
exactly.
Oh my god. He's trying his best.
He's trying his best.
His voice still cracks when he gets really excited, but that's okay.
Bless his little heart.
I'm fucking here for this.
Always.
Oh, we are all.
Like, Roy has an agenda, I also have an agenda.
Oh, wait, listen. We're all here fighting our own fights.
It's that old JL, baby.
Like, Nie Song is a trans girl. Sorry.
We know this.
It's true.
It is known.
Jin Liang is also trans. It's true.
Yeah.
Yes, Jin Liang trans.
Sorry about
It's true.
I don't know what else to say to you.
Sorry about it.
Yeah.
That's what I have to say.
So that's what I got.
Yeah. What more do you need?
It's my contribution.
Yeah.
This character, trans.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's true.
I'll take my Nobel Peace Prize now.
I'm bowing. I'm currently bowing.
I'm saluting myself in the mirror.
They deserve it all.
Speaking of mirrors, do we want to get into this chapter?
Let's get into this chapter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's dive into the pool.
Doing this summary, we read chapter 50. Big Boy chapter 50.
Big 50.
Guile part 5.
Does that mean that this podcast is officially over the hill?
No.
Oh no.
Well, I guess so. Damn.
Yeah, we're getting there, man.
Makes your brain think. So for one last time, we're still in NMJ's memory palace. Huaisong, who has just chewed New Mingjoy the fuck out, runs off. Jiggy tells Mingjoy to calm down, and he's gonna have to tell Huaisong about the saber disease at some point, because apparently he hasn't yet. NMJ tells him, look, dude, you got 2 months to bring me Shuiyang's head or your ass is grass, and Jiggy says, okay, and they go back to their regular, no pun intended, song and dance. A little while later, the Ni sect is having a big event. I think it's a discussion conference, something like that. NMJ overhears Jiggy telling Lan Shichen that NMJ is just so mean to him all the time, no matter what he does. He's just a big bully. And Ni Mingjoy is just like, that's it. Last time he talked to Jiggy was all sweet and pleasant to him, but here he is shit-talking him behind his back, and it just finally sends him over the edge. He goes to attack Jiggy. LXC protects Jiggy and tells him to run. Mingjoy chases him down. Next thing you know, he's just seeing Jiggies all over the place. Jiggies to the left of me, Jiggies to the right of me. And he's swiping his saber around, attacking all of them, and he doesn't realize he's chi deviating until one of them turns out to be Huaisong. He realizes this just in time to see Huaisong, and then Jiggy watching him just before he dies. You hate to see it.
How does he die? Does he, explode? I didn't really get that.
I don't know. It just makes your brain catch on fire, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. It's like, have you seen the Hannibal Scout?
No. Yeah, I don't like scary things.
Okay, word.
Yeah.
Well, one of the characters has this, brain, his brain gets really inflamed.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing.
It makes him
think it's
real
called
mad.
encephalitis.
Yes, encephalitis was exactly what it is. He had encephalitis, and it, made him all aggro, and it made him forget shit, and just completely just have entire hours of his day blocked out.
That blows.
Yeah.
I can't believe you didn't tell me this while you were watching Hannibal, that a chi deviation happens in it.
Oh, yeah, he was chi deviating.
It's just rapid onset encephalitis.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
Wow, we cracked the code.
We know it.
Holy fuck.
Wow. So he dies. Wei Wuxian snaps out of empathy vision, but he's still made out of paper.
Yeah.
He tries to leave the secret torture room, but Jiggy sees this little paper dude and starts attacking him with his sword. Turns out there's another sword in the torture room. And guess what? It's Wei Wuxian's old sword, Suibian. Remember Suibian? And
Suibian!
Yeah, it unsheaths itself and it starts fighting for Wei Wuxian. And this lets Wei Wuxian escape, and he makes it back to his B&B room and become a human man's again. He fills Lan Wangji in and says, we don't have much time, we gotta get back to Jiggy's room and expose this man's before he can hide everything. Mostly his wife.
Oh my god. I have a couple things to ask about this, too.
Oh, we'll get there. So they go running through the koi tower, which causes a huge scene. Everybody gathers in front of Jiggy's room. Wei Wuxian is like, open up that secret room, little man, and Jiggy kind of resists until Lan Shichen is like, I don't know, I think you should open up the secret room. So Jiggy stretches the whole process out, definitely not sweating. Susha, if you remember him from being a fucking wiener a million chapters ago.
Yeah, he's a turd.
Yeah, he's a turd. He harasses Lan Shichen for this, but Jiggy's like, no, I got this. So he opens up the room, and Chinsu is in there just looking kind of fine. Seems normal. Jiggy says, duh, she's in there. She's allowed to be in there. We're married. She chills in there sometimes. Whatever.
She's vibing.
Wei Wuxian goes over and tries to do a big Scooby-Doo reveal of NMJ's head, but all he finds when he tears the curtain away is this magic evil dagger that used to belong to Wen Rohan. Jiggy's explaining this, and then Chinsu grabs the dagger and stabs herself. So, Jiggy flips out. Lan Xichen explains everything, starting from the Mo Village incident leading up to what he says is Lan Wangji's discovery that this cut-up zombie body they have been tracking down is Nie Mingjue. Jiggy's like, why would Han Guangjun think Daga's head is in my secret treasure room? Oh my god, it's because he's been hanging out with Mo Xuanyu, who hates me now and wants revenge. He's actually behind this. So, his sword comes flying out to attack Wei Wuxian, but Lan Wangji saves him with Bichen, which is his favorite thing to do. And then, hey, guess which sword is back? It's Suibian again. And Wei Wuxian just Excaliburs it out of its sheath, which, due to magic reasons, can only mean he's actually Wei Wuxian, the Yiling Patriarch. We get the info about the ritual Mo Xuanyu did to delete his soul and replace it with Wei Wuxian's. Everybody goes apeshit. They try to attack Wei Wuxian, but Lan Wangji defends him again. Wei Wuxian leaps out the window and runs, and after not too long, Lan Wangji catches up with him. They get accosted by Jin Liang, who is extremely mad. He's like, so you're Wei Ying, huh? And he stabs Wei Wuxian. And Wei Wuxian kind of blanks for a second because Mo Xuanyu's body, reminder, sucks, and he's bleeding a lot, but Lan Wangji's carrying him and flying on a sword away from the whole thing. Wei Wuxian is like, aw, and then he has a brain blast and remembers that one time, just like this, he was the footprints in Lan Wangji's sand, and that's the truth. So...
Can I ask my questions now?
Sure,
yes.
I can't help it but be the person on the podcast who asks the smart person questions. I just can't help it. So like Chinsu, is Jiggy good to her? Do we like that? Is it good?
That is
that a loaded question?
It's somewhat up for debate. We only
it is a bit of a loaded question.
Yeah, we only see a very small amount of it. And when it comes to Jiggy, that is a loaded question.
Yeah, because he's like a nice guy, but he's also evil. He's a nice guy who's evil.
The thing about it is that he's really good at outwardly looking like a nice guy. Mm-hmm. I'm sure on the inside he's not completely nefarious or whatever.
Yeah, of course.
His big thing is the emotional manipulation aspect of it. So
like nice of both sides Jiggy. Yeah. He's a nice guy, but he's also evil.
Yeah, so, Jiggy is the most both sides ass bitch.
He is.
Like, he truly, like, so, Scout, I don't know how much you've spoiled yourself on this media property.
I mean, I did, but it was a long time ago. So like I said, my brain fell out of my ear. Because then I got like swept up into Fire Emblem, and that was pretty much it for me.
Yeah.
Like, the reason I ask is because, like, the answer to the is he good to Chinsu question is kind of tied up in the big spoiler about their whole thing.
Yeah, tell me, and then you can edit out of the podcast.
Yeah.
You can just do the curb your enthusiasm.
Yeah, do that.
Over it. So the thing is, he is really good to her, but
yikes! Very interesting. So is that the reason why she decided to kill herself? Because that was unclear to me also.
Okay, yeah, it's a combination of that and her also finding out in that same conversation that she has with him that he very likely is the person who killed their son.
Yikes.
Yeah. So,
yeah, it's some yikes all around.
Yeah, that's gonna be a yikes for me.
Yeah. Damn,
Yeah.
She has the worst life.
Yeah.
I think out of everyone, she has pretty much the worst life.
She gets such a raw deal.
Extremely so.
Like, I think that Jian Yan Li is pretty close.
Yeah.
But, like, she had the worst life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll argue that Wen Qing also had a pretty shitty life.
She had a pretty shitty life. This book doesn't like women.
This book,
it doesn't drink the women-respecting juice.
Got some complicated relationships with that woman-respecting juice.
Yeah, I'll say one thing about this novel is that, not really super great about, like, allowing women to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Is the reason for that because it's like a BL novel, or
most likely?
Okay.
I mean, we don't really have the same problem in like Scum Villain as far as I know, do we? Because we've already seen like 50% more women in Scum Villain in the 13 chapters or whatever that we've read.
Well, there's a huge harem. Of course there is.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and a lot of the female characters in Scum Villain are also like the whole point of Scum Villain is like to turn expectations on their heads, so they're actually well developed female characters. But I guess she just did not have the time or the inclination for Modao.
Yeah,
all right.
It's definitely one of the biggest letdowns of the book. Is just she has some really, really phenomenal female characters in here that she could have done a lot more with, but she prioritized Shui Yong instead.
Yeah.
I will never forgive this bitch for that. I will never forgive this bitch for grasses. Never in my life.
What if Women on Top Shui Yong was a girl? No, she still would have died.
I'm thonking about it, though. I am thonking about it.
She's twisted.
She's twisted.
She's twisted.
She's Joker.
She's Joker time.
She's Joker Hermione. So
fucking.
Oh my god!
Let's talk about this chapter, huh?
Yeah.
Let's talk about this
chapter.
Let's
talk about.
Oh,
this
I thought
chapter.
we were. Whoops.
we are. We're gonna start from the beginning.
We're gonna start in a more linear way.
Okay.
Yeah. Mr. Chronological Order.
So we start out this chapter, and Nie Mingjue has just ordered all of Ye Huaisong's frilly little belongings to be burned.
Bad.
So they've been brought out onto the training grounds and set on fire.
And this is because he has encephalitis.
Yes, it's because he has chi encephalitis.
Yeah.
Basically,
He has magic encephalitis.
He has magic encephalitis, and so so they're burning. Jiggy is also there, and Huaisong has just done his big
fuck your sabers
speech, and he runs away, and Jiggy chases after him, but Nie Mingjue is like, stop. Why the fuck are you here?
Yeah, he says, get the fuck back over here. What are you doing here? And Jiggy has the fucking audacity to be like, I'm here to acknowledge my mistake.
Like, sorry.
I'm here to apologize.
Sorry, I fucked up and went Joker mode on you for the cameras.
For the cameras.
That's
He's a nice guy, but he's also evil!
Yeah.
I'm gonna change my name in the chat. Hang on.
Just nice guy, but also evil.
Twisted nice guy.
Okay.
Nice guy who is evil. And so
Wei Wuxian hears this and he's like, the nerve of this bitch.
He says the cojones on this man.
The audacity.
God. The audacity. And NMJ says, that's what you're gonna say you're here for, huh?
When have you ever done that?
You apologize. Funny joke. Some disciple comes up and says Huaisong locks himself.
Yeah, Huaisong's having a tantrum.
And Mingjue says, well, good luck with that. He's gonna have to come out and pee at some point. So, so then he asks Jiggy again, like, why he's actually here. And,
he's like, it's your court-mandated music therapy session.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
It's Gucci Day.
Yeah, I thought it was really weird, too, that Jiggy was playing the Gucci, because he's not traditionally a character that we associate with playing the Gucci. You know?
Yeah,
so I was like, hello?
He did learn it from a character associated with the Gucci, though.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, he did.
We get this bit of conversation here. So NMJ says, there's no room for discussion as to Shui Yong's matter. You don't need to flatter me. It's not working at all. And then Jiggy says, first, I'm not flattering you. Second, if it's not working, brother, then why would you care if I'm flattering you or not? And I don't get what this is saying. I don't know why. I can't figure it out. But you laughed, so I'm assuming you do get it.
I think my thinking with it is, my hashtag talking is that a lot of the time when they say they're flattering each other in Chinese stuff like this, what I've noticed is that it's like, not necessarily they're like, oh, you're so handsome. It's like they're speaking in a way that's more respectful.
Okay.
And I mean, Jiggy is technically trying to play coy here. He's like, oh, I mean, today's when I play the Gucci for you, and we can have some good conversation, and I can, like, explain myself, you know, like, my side of it.
Yeah, he's batting his falsies.
He's kind of tacitly inviting the conversation wherein he would try and simp for Shui Yang.
Wait, so who's doing the simping here? I want to make a funny joke that only me and Fallon will understand.
Jiggy simping.
Oh, okay, yeah, Jiggy, Jiggy is walking around the movie theater in the drive-in movie theater wearing his best dress with like a large puffy under the crinoline, and he's walking around and he sits on the swing, and that's when he sings this song.
Yeah.
When he's simping. This is a Grease reference. It's about Grease.
It's
about Grease.
It's the Grease. It's about Grease.
It's because he's Grease.
So he's basically saying, listen, I don't want to talk about Shui Yang. You don't need to be all cute with me, okay? Because it's not working.
Yeah, you don't gotta be, you don't have to be cute with me. Don't be cute. Quit being cute.
Stop being cute.
It's like when Fat Boy, like, chews on a bag or something, and then he looks at us and he's really cute. Or like when he knocked the beer off of the counter, and then he, like, gave us a cute face. No, you don't get to be cute right now. Mad at your ass. So then Jiggy does this gaslight-ass bullshit. This fucking, oh, you're so mad. You're so mean at Hwai-song anymore. Like, is it the saber spirit?
Is it your
magic encephalitis?
That evil, gigantic saber that's prematurely killed every single member of your family is bothering you,
is it? The translation that I was reading called it the saber sickness.
Oh my God.
Saber sickness. That's
Jesus.
Pretty cool.
I like
that.
It's like, but like that line just makes me think of any time somebody's like, "Oh, is it that time of the month?" It's just him goading again. He's
disgusting.
He's out here doing his best to make NMJ mad.
And Jiggy's like, "Have you still not told Hwai-song that you're fucked up?"
And NMJ says that he hasn't told Hwai-song yet, and he says, "Why would I tell him so soon?" Which is hilarious to me, but also like makes it making me sad, because Hwai-song is like 24 at this point. And it's like, for me personally, much to think about. Because, like, when you take into account that NMJ was like 18 when he became sect leader and presumably learned about the Saber Spirit, like, this man is not planning on telling Hwai-song about the Saber Spirit anytime soon.
No.
He can act like he's gonna, but he's not gonna do it.
Because he thinks he has time.
Yeah. He doesn't want Hwai-song to know. He doesn't want to expose the baby to that.
Yeah, and Jiggy shows his hand a little bit. He's like, don't you think that it'll be a good idea to, you know, get him on that? Because, you know, someday he's going to have to take up the helm.
He's used to being
This chapter is a lot about people keeping their secrets until it's too late.
Yeah. Ooh.
And he's like, one day you'll realize you're doing this for him, brother. Just like how I realized you're doing this for me. And Wei Wuxian's like, woo! Wow. The fucking nerve of this dude.
The audacity of this bitch.
Oh, and I mean, he's like, I can't believe he'd even say that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, honey, this ain't shit compared to the groveling he's used to doing. Like,
Jiggy's favorite thing to do on the planet is brown nose.
Yes.
So to go back to this line of dialogue real quick, he's talking about how Hwai-song is spoiled. And I wish we could have seen NMJ actually spoiling Hwai-song.
It would be nice.
It would be so good. Like, it's very possible that, like, him up until this point not actually doing anything when Hwai-song doesn't do saber practice and, like, not telling him about the saber spirit is spoiling.
Yeah.
But I want to see Daga taking Didi to Chili's.
Right? He needs to take Didi to Chili's.
Take Didi to Chili's.
Take Didi to Chili's. Take Didi to Forever 21.
Oh my god!
Let him buy whatever he wants.
We're gonna go to Cinnabon.
I was more thinking about an MJ, like, bringing Hwai-song to, like, you know, the amusement park and getting him the cotton candy, and Hwai-song gets a bellyache, and then NMJ's like, it's okay. You know, that's the first thing that comes to mind when I think of spoiling. Just the thought.
Yeah!
It's good. We really like to see it, as it turns out.
We fucking love to see it. He wins Hwai-song so many prizes.
Hwai-song gets IBS and has to go home.
Just rapid onset IBS.
The twin illnesses of rapid onset encephalitis and rapid onset IBS.
Jesus, what a body.
Evil.
God, the fucking new
It's
family
like
is
both
just...
sides of your body are on fire constantly.
Jesus. Good lord.
I hate that. But anyway,
No
NMJ's
two people
like...
are not on fire.
Yeah!
But NMJ's like...
Guanyo is a weird name. NMJ's like, I don't give a shit. Bring me Shui Young's head. And Jiggy says, okay. Sure, you got it. You got it.
Yeah, in 2 months, I'll bring you his head.
I got
Give me one more chance.
Yeah. And
it sounds more than fair, right?
Yeah. NMJ says, okay, what happens if not? And Jiggy says the line that makes me log on.
If I'm unable to do it, brother, you can do whatever you want to me.
I am logging into my damn account and making some fucking posts.
I'm posting.
Sorry, but I'm posting.
I'm posting.
So, and then Wei Wuxian, observing this, is like, damn, you know what? Game kind of recognized game. Bottom recognized bottom. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say, they both went to bottom school together.
They went to bottom school together. They're bottom school valedictorians.
Yeah, graduated Magna Cum Loud. Magna Cum Loud.
Magna Cum Loud. Cause he's like, damn, I just seen how mad this man is, and Jiggy just came up and fished another chance out of him. But here's the thing. We get a little time cut. It's time for some cool, martial arts conference.
Yeah, the Chinkenye sect is hosting some fighting.
Yeah. And, NMJ's walking around, as you do. I guess doesn't have anything important to do as the sect leader. And he comes across Lan Shichen and Jin Guangyao talking to each other.
And as usual, Jin Guangyao is complaining about Niu Mingjoy to Lan Shichen.
Yeah. Shichen does say a thing. He's very right. He's like, look, if he agreed to become bro-married with us, then obviously he's approved of you, which he's right. I think he's onto something with it. But Jiggy's just like, but he's so mean to me.
But the double meanings in our wedding vows, though.
It's so mean. And Shichen says the same thing to Jiggy that NMJ had said to him when he first caught him doing murder. Like, if you're honest, you have nothing to fear. You know? You have nothing to worry about if you're not, doing anything bad. But then Jiggy, unfortunately, is also right. Because he's like, well, he already made up his mind. It doesn't matter. That's just how it is with fire signs. Leo's especially.
Oh my God!
Sorry.
I'm sorry, but it is. That shit is why I know he's a Leo, because it's not only a fire sign thing, it's a fixed sign thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's a fixed sign thing.
Yeah. This coming from a Leo.
And Lan Shichen's like, well, he's always known you were super talented.
He wants what's best for you.
He just wants you to do the right thing. And Jiggy's like, puts on the influencer voice again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
He's like, I know it's right and it's wrong. I just can't help it. Like, sometimes I just can't help it.
This is Jiggy's 10-minute apology video.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's like, I lose no matter which side I'm on. And I just have to make sure I'm on everybody's good side all the time. It's so stressful. You know?
And Shichen's like, he's like, well, look, you gotta, listen, he was really mad when he said that. He's in a really bad place right now. He's ragging hard, and, he's been fighting with Hwai-song, and you know how much that hurts his feelies. They still haven't made up. Look, just go easy on him.
And Jiggy's like, okay, so if he says that kind of shit when he's angry, what the hell does he feel about me on a daily basis? Like, like he's mad because I'm the son of a sex worker as if I asked to be born. I did not, by the way.
Dugga, have you seen what I named my sword?
He's just tired of people looking down on him and immediately discounting him because of his roots, and he thought Nie Ming-Choi was different.
Yeah.
And I don't know, he's like, no matter what I do, in the end, just a sentence, and I'm the son of a prostitute. That really sounds like a good thing to form a complex over, don't you think?
Maybe. Yeah. So then we find out that Nie Ming-Choi's main mode of transportation is Kool-Aid Manning. Because he just...
Wait, really? I didn't notice that.
Door open.
He just bursts into the room. He, kicks the door open.
He's like, heard you were talking shit!
Yeah. And he's mad. He's real mad. He's mad
as hell, because... I'll tell you.
Jean
Guangyao, he's a two-faced bitch.
Yeah,
he is not a real one. There's
he's
real
not
ones
a
and
real
then
one.
there's Jiggies.
Because, so Nie Ming-Choi busts through, and Jean Guangyao immediately does the funny thing of hiding behind the person they're in the room with.
Yeah, he does that big long hamster squeak when the hamster gets his butt touched.
Oh my god!
God, I don't know. It's the visual gag of someone small hiding behind their large friend.
When they're grown-ass men.
When they're grown-ass men, that's the kind of levity I like to see in a chapter like this, you know?
And then Shichen tells Jiggy to run, and then Roy gets sad, because we get another Tom and Jerry chase. But this is like Tom and Jerry Lost episode creepypasta, because he actually is trying to kill him, and he's running into a bunch of people, and all of them seem to be Jiggy.
Yeah, they all look like a Jiggy. Yeah.
And that's because a wild chi deviation appeared.
Chi deviation appeared.
He's having a flare-up.
And he just needs to kill every Jiggy, but Jiggies are an endangered species!
There's only one.
There's
Say
just
what you
the
will.
One. You can't kill the Jiggies, they're an endangered species.
Can't kill the Jiggies.
He's like Tigger. He's the only
one. Yeah.
Hey.
His bottom is made out of rubber.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
But then one of the Jiggies that he swipes at doesn't have a Jiggy voice, and it calls him brother. And
he says, put down your saber, it's me!
It's a baby. And it fucking sucks.
That sucks. He's pretty badly injured. His leg is broken, and his arm is injured in some way. He could not tell that it was his own brother, and so he falls to the ground, and Jiggy is in front of him, and the real Jiggy this time, and he's crying.
But we get this line, the sparks amid snow bloomed wildly over his chest, however, they seem to be smiling in place of him.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of like saying,
Jiggy's like, oh, no.
Yeah, haha, don't chi deviate, you're so sexy, haha. And before we go into the next bit, I found an interesting thing.
Okay.
So Exiled Rebels are translating what is frequently referred to as the new version of the novel.
Okay.
So this version of the novel has been edited. There's some stuff that's different from the version that was originally posted on JJWXC. But there's the old version was still able to be accessed for a long time. And there's another translation group that might have been doing translations before Exiled Rebels was, and they're translating the old version. And in the old version, this chapter, I guess some stuff has been chronologically moved around a little bit, I guess in terms of which chapter they're in, but this chapter starts out with a scene that got taken out of the new version. And so,
I want to read this.
Yeah, so we end this little bit of the chapter with Nie Ming-Choi dies.
It's
I'm
sad.
upset about it.
It's really sad.
Last thing he sees are Jiggy, who, I think still until the very end, he didn't expect whatever actually hurt him. I really don't. And Huaisong, he realizes he's just, all the shit he's done for Huaisong, and he still goes and does this. It fucking sucks. I think about it and I cry at night.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
So the bit that the old version started out with, is one last scene in empathy mode.
Okay.
Which is unusual, because, shouldn't empathy end when somebody dies?
Theoretically.
Theoretically. But I think we could maybe do, like, a cool, maybe, like, a sexy little live reading of it?
Yeah!
That could be cool. So, I think one of us could do the narration. We need a Jiggy voice, and we need a Wei Ying voice.
I will read the part where it's talking.
The part where it's talking?
What is that called?
What, the narration?
Yeah, there you go.
I'll be Jiggy.
Alright, yeah. So I'll be Wei Wuxian. He has, like, one line where he thinks.
Okay.
Right.
I love to think.
I do love to think. He's hashtag thonking.
So the announcer of the book says, the thought was gone in an instant. The next moment, an inky black ceiling filled Wei Wuxian's vision. It was almost as if Nie Mingjue was lying on top of an icy cold metal table, his four limbs held down by heavy iron chains. He was in Jin Wangyao's hidden room in the palace hall, the one hidden behind the bronze mirror. At this time, Nie Mingjue had already lost his mind. His body was already dead, and he should have been interred into the Qinghe sect's cemetery a long time ago. However, at this moment, he was lying on top of a metal table at Jinlin Tower's secret treasure room. The chains holding him down. Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
The chains holding him down were practically deformed from his tugging. He was dead, but his eyes were still open. His immense grievance drove him to continue glowering in this particular direction. Bloodstains, both fresh and rusted, covered the table and the ground next to it. A bunch of murder weapons, not regular ones, murder weapons, axes, daggers, saws, hammers, and the sort were littered all over the place. In the midst of it all sat a person with disheveled hair who did not speak a word. A thunderous roar, one that was unique to fierce corpses, came out Nie Mingjue's mouth. The person shuddered and pressed their hands against their ears, then lifted their head. It was Jin Guangyao. He stared tiredly at Nie Mingjue.
Why won't you just close your eyes?
Nie Mingjue's response to Jin Guangyao's question was an even more frightening roar. Jin Guangyao's face became as pale as a sheet of paper, and he wobbled as he rose from his seat. He reached over, closing Nie Mingjue's eyes. However, right after he closed them, Nie Mingjue immediately opened them again. Nie Mingjue, in return, gave him an even more indignant glare, stubbornly refusing to comply with his request. Jin Guangyao pressed his palms together and pitifully said,
Big brother, please just close your eyes. Please stop searching for me.
He picked up a rather heavy-looking axe and whispered,
I don't want to do this. I just have no other choice.
As his sincere plea left his lips, he raised the axe higher and higher. His sharply contrasting eyes were wide open as his gaze locked onto Nie Mingjue's neck. Wei Wuxian thought to himself,
I've never experienced a gongqing where I saw things after the person's death. Will it hurt when Nie Mingjue's head gets cut off? It shouldn't. I mean, he's already dead, right?
However, before the axe could fall, he heard a faraway voice calling to him.
Wei Ying.
Who says Wei Ying? Is that Lan Wangji?
It's the man of Lan Wangji who says Wei Ying.
Yeah.
So here's what I think about this.
Yeah.
Does this scene imply that, like, this is long after Nie Mingjue is dead, and now Jin Guangyao is going to dismember him. This is what he is remembering.
Yeah, we aren't sure exactly how long after his death this is.
Yeah, it never really gets talked about.
Yeah. Like, my impression is that, so there was the chapter, or there were the chapters, like chapter 25-ish, where, they ran into Huaisang, and Huaisang gave them the whole spiel about the tombs, the ancestral halls, and, Huaisang was like, like 10 years ago we had a grave robbing, and it fucking sucked, and I'm thinking that is when Jiggy and accomplices, went in and grabbed NMJ's body.
Yeah, because he can't lift it by himself, right? It's very
hell no.
No, he's 5'2".
He's this big. He's knee high to a grasshopper.
That's it.
He's 2 apples high.
Oh my god. And
yeah, like
is no longer in the book, right?
Right. And the reason, like, one of the reasons I've heard that this part got taken out was because, like, it created too much confusion as to whether or not empathy can be used after the empathizee's death.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like, I mean, I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, I mean, I would have just accepted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have taken it.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that at this point, Ye Mingjue is pretty much not dead, right? He's like undead. So he is not dead, you know?
Yeah, he's a Fearless corpse.
Yeah. So, like...
Yeah, he's a 3D corpse puzzle.
He can remember things, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
Yeah, like, you know, there's so many reasons why I would have just accepted,
of course,
being able to see this. You know, like, you know, I know we already got like the empathy part with Ah-Ching ended right when she died, but like one of the main reasons I would have accepted that ending there and this going on after NMJ's death is because, like, you know, I don't know, maybe it has something to do with NMJ being a really, really powerful cultivator and he can just do that, whereas Ah-Ching was just a girl.
Yeah, it's something that you could make a sensical excuse for.
Like, I would have just accepted it.
It's nice that we got to read it translated, though.
Yeah,
I like that we got to read it translated.
Mm-hmm. So I thought that was really interesting, because, like, we get to see this disheveled Jiggy looking like shit.
Yeah, it even said his hair looks like crap.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks like shit, yeah.
He never looks bad. He always looks, like, on point, you know?
Yeah.
That's part of his brand.
Yeah, it's like the only time we ever get to really see him looking out of sorts. And
I
it's
wish
like,
we could have kept that.
Yeah. He's probably in his pajamas at this point.
Yeah. He's in his gym jams just doing some casual dismemberment.
Normal.
But it ends on the same note that we get back to the book with Lan Wangji kind of shaking Wei Wuxian out of it.
Yeah.
And he hears Wei Ying, and Wei Wuxian's like, "Oh shit, that's my boy."
Yeah.
So
it's the man who says Wei Ying.
Yes.
He is. He says it a lot.
He is.
He's the only man. Well, he's not the only man who says Wei Ying, but he is the man who says Wei Ying.
He's the man who codified saying Wei Ying.
Yeah, exactly. That's like his thing.
Yeah. You get your talking Lan Wangji doll and it says Wei Ying.
Damn, I wish my Nendoroid said Wei Ying. That would be so good.
God. So, like, this pulls him out of the empathy, but it doesn't pull him out of the little paperman body. And,
because the book says he was still a thin paper man.
He was.
For whatever reason, I thought that tickled my funny bone.
Because he didn't know he was actually literally a paper man.
Like, oh yeah, I'm still paper.
Oh shit.
And he's like magneted to the side of NMJ's head, and there's more Tool video shit going on.
Yeah, he looks to the side, and NMJ's eye is just wide the fuck open.
Yeah.
This shit is honestly like the scariest visual of the whole chapter to me.
Pretty creepy.
It's pretty metal.
And multiple people die in this chapter, so that's saying something.
Exactly. And so this head's still mad as hell. He's like, oh, Jesus. Wei Wuxian's like, oh, I gotta get back to that old meat sack.
The meat sack.
And he starts flapping, getting out of there. But hey, there's Jiggy.
Uh-oh.
And he seems to know what the fuck is up because he pulls out his little soft sword.
Yeah,
hate my life.
I like
pulls
that
out
it
his-
explained.
He just
Oh, sorry. I think I was
No, go
interrupting
ahead,
something
bud.
very funny.
No, you're good.
I like that it explained what a soft sword was to me because that was confusing.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's his Nerf sword.
Oh my god!
It's his Nerf sword. Yeah, it's his rubber sword from the set of Game of Thrones.
So he can
And it's-
LARP.
Yes, he can LARP, and its name is Hate My Damn Life.
Its name is Fuck My Life. and it's pretty emblematic of the man himself.
Yeah.
Just this weak, flaccid ass sword that's still sharp as the Dickens.
The Dickens.
You wouldn't expect too much out of it looking at it.
I'm
but,
imagining that the soft sword makes that like sound. That,
yeah,
like,
the little
when you like wave
the
around a
bendy
large
metal
piece
wiggle.
of metal.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what
Oh
I'm
my
thinking.
God.
The sound it makes.
God, I sure hope so.
Oh, I have another question, but I'll say it. I guess I can say it now.
Say it.
The fragrant palace. I really like that. What do you think it smells like?
We were talking about how it's called the Fragrant Palace because everybody goes there to fart.
Oh, great!
Yeah.
It's the special room designated for farting. That's what rich people have, right?
Exactly. Yes. That's
That does
fucking
sound
it.
like the exact type of shit that rich people would have.
Yes, it does.
God.
I think it's also called the Fragrant Palace because there's like a shitload of flowers in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something
Yeah.
like that, yeah.
But I in my heart, it's farts.
Yeah. J.K. Rowling has one.
Oh my
Oh, the farting room?
She's got like all these fucking rich people rooms. What's the one room?
I remember in The Sims, sometimes I would make a huge house.
Yeah.
And
God, this.
I had like rooms for just putting wrapping paper in because I was just like, well, I don't know what to do with this room. So here's some wrapping paper, I guess.
This is my fancy sink room where I get water specifically for my tea in the morning. And then the room next to it is my fancy boiler room with the stove on it that I only use to boil the water for my tea.
Is this
And then
J.K.
the-
Rowling?
Yes. And then I should have done an English accent. And then the next room. No, because that just sounds like Turon.
Yeah,
Oh
it does.
my
And
God.
we like Turon.
We do like Turon.
We do like Turon.
As a professional Turon liker, I can say
Yes.
that we like Turon.
I like Turon a fair bit more
Yeah.
than J.K. Rowling.
Unfortunately, he also has a posh English accent.
It's
Yeah.
true.
I don't know whether her accent is posh. I don't pay enough attention to that bitch to really think about it.
So you're
The point
telling
is-
me that she genuinely has these rooms for her tea?
No, we're making jokes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's-
I know
it's
she
fine.
has like a fucking room for some particular type of like servant basically, but it's like it's a specific type of like household worker, but I forget the word for it.
That's
okay.
really weird.
Yeah, but whatever.
Let's
My
move
point
on
is
because
that-
we've got like
yeah.
10 pages of
Yeah.
this chapter left. And
Sorry.
it's an hour in.
No, you're good.
It's not your fault.
Point is, Gene Sect has a huge treehouse.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so Wei Wuxian is getting swiped at by the funny Nerf sword. And it's metal.
And he kind of swerves to and fro because he can do that shit.
Yeah, he's driving.
But he's it's getting pretty close to him, man, and he's getting kind of concerned. And then he sees a sword.
Yeah.
And it's his.
And he's like, huh, it's covered in dust. It looks like it has not had a lot of TLC done to it for a while, but it's his sword. And I completely forgot this happened in this chapter. Like, woo, if you didn't have reason to suspect Jiggy of bad boy crimes before, like what business does he even have with Sweepion? Like really?
Bad boy
Just to have it in his
crimes.
cute little treasure room.
His cute little
bad
treasure
boy, his little bad boy crimes.
Bad boy crimes. He's a naughty boy. He's a bad boy.
And Wei Wuxian's like, all right, fuck it, bet.
Yeah.
And the sword just right out of the sheath. And they do like a Hunshung like wraps around Suibion, and they get into like a cool, sexy, unmanned sword fight in the air.
Rules. And
or not unmanned, because Jiggy has his sword, but Wei Wuxian's just like using sword magic to
Jiggy. I'm imagining Jiggy is wielding Hensheng like, have you ever had a slinky and like you put it around your wrist and then you kind of
like a bracelet.
Your slinky bracelet.
I like it.
Yeah.
It
gives Wei Wuxian like the chance to flap and fly and flutter out of the room.
Yeah, he tries to throw a talisman at Wei Wuxian that'll like explode and burn him up, but Wei Wuxian swerves.
Yeah.
Right out, and he uses the fighting distraction to get out the fucking room.
Yep. And this part is really cute. So he gets back to the guest room that he's staying in with Lan Wangji.
And he's like, oh god, time's running out. If I can't get in that door, I don't know what's gonna happen. But guess what? Lan Wangji just so happens to be opening the door as he's coming in. And he immediately flies up to Lan Wangji and just plasters himself to his face.
He's shivering.
He's like shivering. It looked as though it was shivering. Lan Wangji's eyes were covered by its two wide sleeves. Like, we went from the visual of Nie Mingjui's creepy bloodshot corpse eye to this.
To Lan Wangji peeling a Wei Wuxian sticker off of his face.
I
was thinking more of like a face mask.
Oh my god.
I do love a good emotional whiplash.
Yeah. It's really cute. He just clings to him and he's like, it's like, yeah, it's me when, yeah, it's either of us when we need a kiss at night.
When we want kiss.
Yeah, when we want kiss.
Not even at night. It's just like,
whenever.
You just look at each other and you make a very specific noise, and that's the kiss noise.
Yeah.
And you get a kiss, and that's how it works.
You leave the room 2 seconds too early and I need a hug.
Yeah.
So Lan Wangji peels him off, and then it's a little bit later, and then Wei Wuxian's brain goes back into his body, and he wakes up. He's a little dizzy. He's a little bit out of it, but he
sits up and he accidentally bonks Lan Wangji's chin.
It's so good.
and they're like, oh no, and Wei Wuxian's like, oh my god, Luciano, oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's like stroking his chin. He's like, oh my gosh, are you okay?
Oh no,
I totally didn't mean to. Are you okay? I'm so sorry.
Like he stepped on his pet's tail.
Literally what I was about to say. And he just like, this is all kind of to be expected from a dude who just spent however long occupying the form of a children's craft. Like, a body is a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
A body is a lot to deal with, so we'll forgive him for being a little awkward with it.
Yeah. He's just having a silly moment. The post-sleepy silly moment.
And it says, his chin having been stroked a couple of times, Lan Wangji lightly took Wei Wuxian's hand away before shaking his head. Because he literally asked... he said,
Oh, sorry. What I was gonna ask, I'm gonna ask 2 things. Have Lan Wangji and Wei Wuxian had sex yet?
No.
No.
Okay, you know that as soon as Lan Wangji got his chin touched by Wei Wuxian, he's just like gritting his teeth. He's like, oh.
He's trying not to faint from how the blood just rushed entirely to his boner.
Yeah, pretty much.
He literally like, cause Wei Wuxian does the thing. He's like, oh my god, are you okay? And Lan Wangji's just like, No. No, he's losing his fucking mind. And Wei Wuxian completely ignores him. He's like, all right, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, their time is of the essence here right now.
Mm-hmm. Gotta get to the Fragrant Palace before Jiggy tries to do any funny business.
Yeah,
do more silly naughty boy crimes.
He basically, he's like, long story short, okay, the bronze mirror is a secret room. His wife found something out. I couldn't figure out what, and she's in there now, and so is Chifangzun's head. So we gotta get in there like with a quickness, man. And Lan Wangji's just like, and they get the fuck out of there.
So they run. They just fucking book it, and like, so everybody, all of these sects are here for the big discussion conference, and they see these 2 idiots fucking busting ass
through
the hallway, and they're like, what in the world? And all these guards around the koi tower are like, what? It's blowing their whistles.
And the Wei Wuxian and Lan Wangji are having none of it. They are busting through. They don't give a fuck who's trying to stop them. They just kick them to the side.
They're running directly through walls and leaving them shaped holes in them.
They are the Kool-Aid Man now.
Yes. And so here's the problem with this kind of ruckus, all right?
This kind of ruckus locus.
So the Gene boys, Jiggy has them trained up pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But if they were to sound some kind of alarm, it'd look bad for Jiggy because of how many guests he has right now. So they're not going to say anything.
Yeah.
But Jin Liang is here. And he comes up, he's like...
He has no decorum.
He has no decorum. He's like, what the fuck are y'all doing here?
He's just a rude little boy.
I love when he's here.
I love when he's here and when he's a rude little boy.
And they're walking up to Jiggy's bedchamber, and Lan Wangji, like, has Bichen unsheathed. And Jin Liang's like, what? Are you lost?
It's like he doesn't even see the fact that Lan Wangji is getting his sword out, and he just sees Mo Xuanyu trying to get up into Jiggy's bedroom, and he's like, no!
Hello? This is his bed, this is his sleepy palace?
This is my little uncle's sleepy palace?
Yeah.
Are you lost?
We have the fart palace and the sleepy palace.
Yeah.
That's what rich people have.
And Lan Wangji's like, no, we just came to kick his ass while he was in his pajamas. Can we move? Like, can you get on?
Yeah, like, is he in his gym jams yet? I'm ready to fight. So then, like, everybody else on the fucking planet, like, starts gathering around, and they're like, what's going on? And
Wei Wuxian knocks, he's like, hello? Zhongju, hello?
And
Jin Liang's like, what the fuck do you... Everybody's here!
Everybody's here! Why is everybody trying to get into the sleepy palace?
He's trying to sleep! This is his bedroom, man!
It's a place of sanctity.
Yeah.
And Lan Shichen walks over, and he's like, huh.
Yeah, and like, so this is kind of the start of why I feel so at odds with a lot of the fan community when it comes to interpreting Lan Shichen and Jin Guangyao's relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, Shichen does have, like, more than his fair share of simping for Jiggy moments. Hashtag simp for Jiggy.
Mm-hmm.
But his internal struggle about it feels, like, a lot more pronounced in the novel.
He's a centrist and he doesn't like it.
Yeah!
He hates being a centrist.
Yeah, like,
it's like he wants to believe the best in people, but they keep proving him wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, there's a moment way later in the novel that I'm not going to get into now that left me feeling like Shichen was, like, less, like, brainlessly devoted to Jiggy and more just, like, frustrated. Like, exactly that thing. Like, now that the doubt has been planted into his head, like, as much as he wants to ignore it, and as much as he wants to look past it and give Jiggy the benefit of the doubt, he can't make it go away, and it's, like, almost making him a little bit angry. Like, so, like, because we joke about him simping for him all the time and just going, like, alright, Jiggy, whatever you say, but, like, especially on my first read-through of the entire novel, like, I never got that feeling from him. But yeah, like, I don't know if I just, like, forgot or if I just didn't notice that whole thing starts this early in the novel.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah, it's something that's
really interesting, and I think it's a nuance that needs
a
lot more attention from the fandom, especially if you're going to write shippy fic of them.
Yeah. Hey,
moving on.
Note to the Untamed writers. I see that Flanderization and I don't like it. Moving on.
Oh my god!
Anyway. So Shichen sees this and he's like, we can tell that he's kind of thinking like, oh shit, they did find his head in there. No! Come on, man! Jiggy, come on!
He's like, fuck, god damn it!
God damn it, the hamster peed on the floor.
He does it when Jiggy proves him right.
He hates it.
Yes, he hates it. And suddenly Jiggy comes out and he's like, hey, the party during the day wasn't enough. Like,
everybody wants to come chill in the sleepy room. All right, sleepover time. And, like, I like that we actually get this little moment where we get to see how he's actually, like, genuinely and observably affable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Wei Wuxian tries to do this whole, like, Scooby-Doo unmasking bit, but funny comedy blows up in his face.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. He, like, really tries to put him on blast in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Like, he wanted to make sure he had witnesses. He's like, aha, it's a good time. It's a good thing you're here to show us what's in the secret room of the Fragrant Palace. And Jiggy's like,
What's secret?
are they rare? Like, doesn't everybody have, like, a rich person's secret room they keep all their treasures in?
Yeah,
He's
like,
Scrooge McDuck. That's where he keeps
Like I'm the chief cultivator. Would I not have cool treasures hidden in, like, a cool opulent room? Like,
yeah, I have secret magic murder weapons. Who among us doesn't?
specifically weapons for murder, like I mentioned.
Yeah, like...
And Lan Wangji's apparently about to say something, and then Lan Xishan's like, yeah, can we just take a little peek?
Just a little peeky peek.
Just a little peek.
See, and it's like that, it's shit like that he does. And so that's what makes Jiggy go like, alright, because you asked.
I mean, it's, because he waffles first. Is the thing. You know you got him when he starts waffling. He's like, the thing is, I just gotta put some stuff away in there. You know, it's like treasure. It's like best if it's not, out, it's so sudden.
Yeah, it takes him, like, almost a full page to get to actually opening the room up.
That was frustrating.
Yeah, he's just putting it off. He's just stretching the process out, and, like, Wei Wuxian is, like, sitting there watching the entire time going, like, I got you, bitch. And, but so he's waffling, whatever.
He's
and then,
waffling, and he, like, it says, unfortunately, the more he refused, the more certain Lan Xishan's tone became.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He's finally getting there.
Jiggy.
Open
it. What'd you do? Because Jiggy's over there.
What do you have in your mouth?
What are you eating? He's doing guilty boy face.
Well, all right, since you're so hard up for it, I guess everybody's got to see now my big secret. and he opens it up, and while he's like opening the door, somebody is talking shit from the audience. So he's opening the door, and somebody in the audience is like, oh my gosh, everybody says that the Gusu Lan sect is, like, so respectful. I guess that's just a rumor. Like, look, they're, like, barging in on him.
Wow,
isn't that
rude.
crazy? And he's like, and Wei Wuxian recognizes this guy as sect leader Su of the Moling Su sect. He's
evil.
And he's described as being quite handsome, somewhat arrogant as well. Yet, although his air and features could be described as fair, they weren't anything special. And I'm like, here's the thing. I'm sure that this man is absolutely gorgeous. But this is from the perspective of Wei Wuxian, who has been spoiled for any other man by Lan Wangji.
Yeah.
So we got to look at it through that lens.
And, like, everyone in the book is, pretty much everyone is described as being, like, beautiful people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, extremely handsome Shan.
Yeah.
Yeah, every character is a babe. I love that, like, we get this one thing about, in the little description about Suchere that says that he's got fine brows, and the Donghua artists just went with that. They said, give him big ol' eyebrows.
Yeah,
Little baby brow. He got little tadpole brows.
Yeah,
Fucking
tadpoles.
He looks like that Pokemon that looks like me. What's his... You know the Pokemon that looks like me?
Temple?
Temple, yeah.
Oh my god!
Doesn't that Pokemon look just like me?
It does!
It does!
That's cute.
That's really good!
That's really cute. But Jiggy's like, no, it's fine. It's fine. Jin Liang is like following behind little baby uncle. It says, the fucking thing says others would think that he had a nice temper, which is a funny way to put it. And then Jiggy drags it out one more time. He looks back at everyone. He's like, now it's the treasure room you want to look at, right? Just to be sure. Like, don't get me, like, I'm not doing this to...
Like, because I have a treasure room, and then I have a trophy room, and I've also got, like, my gold room and my weapons room.
I've got my room where I keep my platinum YouTube play button.
It's just a single room with, like, an altar, and then the YouTube play button is on.
That's what he gets.
I've got the room where I do my foundation, the room where I do my concealer, the room where I do my eyeliner, the room where I do my bronzer.
This is just starting to sound like Lauren's to me, frankly.
God.
Oh my God.
Jesus. So he puts his little fingies through the mirror, and he does some magic shit, and the room opens up, and Shinsu's in there.
Yeah, Chinsu's there.
And she's just vibing, and Jiggy says...
and she's allowed to be in there.
Yeah, she's allowed to be in here. She's my wife. What do you want? Keep scrolling.
So the iron table is there. The one that Wei Wuxian reminds us could cut a corpse apart.
Yeah.
Very easily. Could be a surface for cutting a corpse apart.
It might very well be a surface that was used to cut a corpse apart in a scene that got taken out of the novel.
That we just read.
Yeah.
That we may or may not have just read, yeah.
Can't confirm or deny.
Yeah, Chinsu, she's got her back to them, and Lan Shichen's like, whoa! Okay, why is she here? And Jiggy's like, she can come in here if she wants. You know, she brings me beer in the man cave, and if she doesn't ask questions, she gets new jewelry.
She likes to look at the fancy shit. What do you want?
She likes to stare at it.
She's living her best life.
And Wei Wuxian's like, wow, I can't believe he didn't kill her already.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck? And she turns around and she looks fine. It says, like, almost verbatim says she's living her best life.
Yeah,
her expression is blank.
Yeah.
But she's all there.
Yeah.
I mean, the lights are on, there is someone home.
Yep.
But that's kind of what makes it strange.
It is weird.
You know, because we just saw she was losing her fucking mind.
She was she was sick of being nice, and she decided to go apeshit.
She was falling apart.
Yeah.
And now she's just chilling.
She's just chilling.
Yeah, and I noticed, because I noticed it said her face was emotionless. And then, like, about 4 paragraphs later, she kills herself. I was like,
yep.
What's going on here? Does this have to do with Nian Mingjoy's head at all?
Yeah.
But I guess not.
Wei Wuxian's like, something's fucky.
Yeah, so this is where we get a funny comedy moment.
So, yeah, he goes over to the funny little treasure cabinet with the curtain over it that Nian Mingjoy's head is supposed to be behind.
And he's like, bet you wouldn't want everyone to see this, and he yanks it down and there's nothing there.
It's just a dagger.
Yeah.
It's a creepy dagger that wants to kill everybody.
Yeah, it's a creepy magic evil dagger. And Jiggy explains that and
Lan Shichen literally lets out a sigh of relief.
Yeah!
Oh my god!
This bitch, she's like, oh, thank god. And then Jiggy explains that it was this fancy magic dagger, and
an assassin used it.
Yeah, and it used to belong to Wen Rohan. It's the catalyst that lets you summon Wen Rohan as an assassin.
And it, like, holds everyone's face it's ever killed in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of, like, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The vibes are just fucking rotted. Absolutely horrific. He's like, yeah, the vibes are just horrific. That's why I have to keep it behind this huge cursed curtain, and that's the only reason I have that curtain there.
Yeah, and, like, not anything else. Like, this dagger is the only thing I would ever put there.
Yeah.
So, whatever. And so everybody is kind of like, we get this kind of bit about, like, yeah, that would check out.
And, like, Jin Guangyao kind of thought of this because he's put, like, actual literal treasures in there, so it's not just like, hey, here's my Nian Mingjoy's head room.
Yeah. That one is like, what's behind door number 1? You know?
Yeah.
Guess who?
Certainly not my mounted Daga head.
Certainly not my ex-husband's noggin.
Certainly not my man's dome piece.
When you go to the Country Bears and they have, like, the moose on the wall that talks to you.
No!
God.
That shit, I think, I'm pretty sure that entire part of Disneyland, like, scared me as a child.
Yeah,
and so when we
you
go to
guys don't
Disneyland...
even have country bears anymore in Disneyland.
No,
It's
no.
Pooh
But when
now.
I was a kid, I don't ever remember going into that place because I probably went into that place at one point and it scared the shit out of me.
Oh.
And my mom still kind of has us avoid it at Disneyland
of course. I
out of
love
instinct.
country bears. I think it's really sweet. I love it.
I had a similar thing to you, Ray. Like, when I was 6, we went down to Disney, and we went on the fucking, like, I'm not a Disney scholar like y'all are, but we went on the like, Jungle River ride
Jungle Cruise.
Safari guy. Yeah, Jungle Cruise. And they have that bit at the beginning where you're, like, in a room, and there's masks on the ceiling, and they start, or on the roof ceiling.
Oh,
on
no,
the
you're
walls.
talking about the tiki room. Is this when the masks are like, dun, 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 you know?
Yes.
Yeah, they're like animatronic and they start
that's
singing.
the tiki room.
That shit scared me so fucking
scary.
bad.
It's really scary.
bad.
I think what's
Holy
worse
shit.
is
Same.
when you're sitting on a bench in the tiki room and the mask totem poles happen to be like next to you, and then the rainstorm happens and they just start going and they make these like loud clicking noises when they're moving. It's really creepy.
What the fuck is wrong with
I'm
Disney?
pretty sure that's yet another Disney attraction that scared me a lot as a child and that I just have completely forgotten about. Because I can't even remember going into the tiki room.
I love
for
the tiki
real, for
room.
real.
I think I like the birds. What can I say?
I just always avoided it. I loved Frontierland. Tiki room scared the shit out of me.
Dude, that whole trip when I was 6 just was like my dad scaring me left and right.
Oh my god!
We did that, and then we went to Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Oh, yeah.
That shit scared the fuck out of me.
That was my shit as a kid,
Oh
though.
my god, I was so scared. Anyway.
Fucking Florida.
Yeah, it's a weird place.
But yeah, so there's just a bunch of magic artifacts belonging to hated war villains. What the fuck of it? And then Shinsu is watching Jiggy,
He's like playing with the dagger. He's like, isn't this the great dagger?
He's got his hand on the table and he's stabbing it between his fingers, just trying to see how fast he can
do it. The knife game.
Yeah.
Look at this dagger. Look how cool this dagger is. Look how like easy to kill yourself this dagger.
Yikes.
Look at how easy it would be.
Yeah, isn't that
Look how
weird?
sharp it is.
Yeah, I bet you would hate to use this to kill yourself. And then she grabs it and she kills herself.
So was he like goading her on?
Well, that's part of it, and I have a big note about that, because it's like, it's very vague as to what the fuck actually happens with her death.
It was very confusing for me.
Yeah, like, we never really learn whether she does this 100% of her own, like, distraught accord, or whether she's being sort of, like, Weekend at Bernie's into it by Judy or whatever, and that's always bothered me.
Yeah,
that's like we never return to it.
One of those unexplained things, one of those loose ends that never really got tied up.
Yeah. But it's like, it's just one more thing to, kind of linger in the air as a, did Jiggy actually do this thing?
Yeah. I think it lends a lot of credence to that particular reading of the story, which is interesting.
Yeah. So she stabs herself, and everybody's like, and Lan Shi-chen gets out medicine.
Oh my god!
Well, so I mean, here's the thing, because you have
seen
people, you have seen people get run the fuck through entirely, skewered, kebabbed, and they've walked away from it.
It's true.
Like, fine, like peachy.
When he gets stabbed, he's like, "I'm fine. I'm bleeding a lot, but I'm fine."
Here's the thing.
But literally, yeah, I always forget that, like, yeah, Chinsu died with one stab to the gut, and yet multiple characters have been fucking gored multiple times and still survived. But the dagger she used was cursed as fuck.
Yeah.
It was cursed as fuck.
And was she, like, a particularly strong cultivator?
No.
Exactly. No. So she just had, like, a regular human body.
Yeah, well, she was still a cultivator, but she was just not a very good one.
Mm-hmm.
And, one thing that I've learned, just going off of past experience, is that if anything's gonna kill you in one blow, it's a shitty little dagger.
Yeah, of course.
So,
yeah.
That's how it went wrong on Bit It.
That's really true.
So, what are you gonna do? But, yeah, so Lan Shi-chen gets out an EpiPen, He's like...
Jesus, Jiggy gets down there and cradles her, and Lan Xichen's like, oh god, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
He's like,
And Ji Guangya's like...
I'm sorry she's gone.
Ji Guangya's like, why would she do this? Why would you guys come over here and tell me to open my treasure room? What are you guys hiding from me?
He's like making everybody feel guilty immediately. He's just directly on his shit.
It's really
And
upsetting
you
to
come
read,
here.
too.
Yeah!
Yeah, and the next line completely breaks the mood. Zhang Cheng, having arrived late, spoke in a cold voice. Zhou Jun, please explain this. All of us are still in the dark.
All of us after arriving late.
After arriving late!
Yeah.
Who are you to ask that shit? Who are you? You should have just shown up on time with the rest of the other looky-loos.
He's got a frappuccino. He's taking his sunglasses off and going,
I
what's
was
going
just
on
thinking
here?
about that.
He's putting the keys to his Land Rover in his pocket.
None of us have any idea what's going on here.
You guys just totally started this out of nowhere. You didn't even wait for the rest of us. Everybody, like, the other 50 people in the room are looking at him like, the rest of us?
Bitch!
We're here 15 minutes ago when it popped off.
And how did Zhang Cheng get into the room? Because, like, did Jiggy, like, when he let them into the treasure room, he just leaves the door wide open for any, like, idiot to walk in? Like,
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess.
He's like, well, it's fucking open house now, I guess.
Party in the sleepy room. Who fucking cares?
Party in the sleepy room.
So Shichen goes over the whole plot of the novel.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, and so he's like, so this corpse that they've been putting together is Daga. It's our big brother, and Jiggy's like, oh no, how could that be?
And the one thing that fucks me up about this entire revelation in this is that we get this at chapter 50.
Yeah.
Like, we still have 60 more chapters to go, and this is like the build up to the what's the word? Rising. This is the rising action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This woman,
And it's
wow, I
chapter
didn't
50.
even realize how long it was. This woman wrote like a Les Mis long ass book.
This isn't even her longest work.
No.
This isn't even her final form.
Damn.
Heaven Official's Blessing is like, what, like...
It's
not
very, I
twice as
know
long?
Heaven's Official
Very
Blessing is
fucking
very long.
Yeah.
That shit's too damn long.
I can't... Woo, I don't got the time for that.
And
I'm
nobody
sorry.
even fucks in that one.
No, they don't fuck. What's the point if they don't fuck? Like, I'm sorry. I'm a very simple creature.
Yeah.
If they don't fuck in it, I'm not really interested.
Not that like the fucking, I would say
Sorry about
the fucking in this book is on the same level of bad as the fucking in the Fate Stay Night original visual novel.
Jesus.
It's
Oh,
bad, but like, if I'm
want
gonna
it.
read a long book, I hope they fuck in it. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's just how I am. I know some of our viewers are definitely not like that, and that's perfectly okay.
Be like that.
My brain is poison.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about it. Sorry about it. I want to
That's
see
it.
the fucking happen.
So
Sorry for being a damn bonobo, but I want to see the fucking happen.
Jiggy's like, what? But I thought he was buried. You know, we both saw it. And Ye Huaisong comes up. He's like, excuse me?
Right. My
You mean my brother? My
My
brother
brother.
and your brother and his like my brother?
Like my brother by blood and your brother by brother marriage.
Brother
Like
marriage.
mine? And he just passes the fuck out.
He swoons and goes, oh, he has the vapors.
He faints. He's got the vapors.
The
Somebody
vapors.
catch the smelling salt.
They need to put him on that special chair that you sit in when you're in the psychiatrist.
The chaise lounge.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got a
put him on the
fainting chair.
chaise.
And I mean, to give the new disciples credit, they come around and they bring in the smelling salts. But Jiggy is like, he's very upset.
He's like, I can't believe someone would have dismembered him. That's so insane.
He's so fake.
It's so fucking fake.
And Lan Xichen's like, you know, we were looking for the head, and it just dried up.
Yeah, we just don't know where that head be. And so
God.
Jiggy.
God, this I highlighted 3 lines out of this next paragraph, and it's like Jin Guangyao paused as though he finally knew what was going on. The clues disappeared, so you came to search me?
Yep.
Lan Shichen was silent. Jin Guangyao looked as if he didn't believe it. He asked again, you wanted me to open the treasure room because you were suspicious that brother's head is at my place? A look of guilt passed over Lan Shichen's face.
I don't like it!
Jiggy is gaslighting him. He is gaslighting him.
I fucking hate it! Ugh! It makes me so upset that he's like... Jiggy, like, manipulates Lan Shichen's feelings like this and then acts like he's so benevolent a couple paragraphs later.
He's a nice guy who is evil!
Because Shichen does guilty boy face, and then Jiggy's like, it's okay, I'll drop it, I'll let it go. Like, ooh, you made me so mad!
Oh,
bitch!
God!
That's so fucking scummy and slimy, ugh!
It just makes me sick. Just like reading this shit. I know that this is that sometimes this is the relationship dynamic that people are really into, but this is not my shit.
Yeah, I can't.
I cannot tolerate this shit. I cannot. Sorry.
Miss me with one party having the wool pulled over their eyes and just apparently going with it as the fandom likes to have it happen, I guess.
It's just normal.
It's just regular, it's cool. What the fuck ever. Sorry to get on my soapbox, but I gotta get on this damn soapbox.
Just like, oh well, he didn't gaslight Lan Shichen, he cared for Lan Shichen. Guess what? He gaslighted you too.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
He treated him well where? Show me. The fuck?
I'm sorry, have you literally missed the plot of the story?
Excuse me?
Have you literally missed... I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop being shitty. I really don't mean to be shitty. If you like this ship, please, go wild. But I just cannot fuck with the mischaracterization.
Yeah.
I cannot fuck with it. Because if you really want to do this ship, it's gonna be fucked up. It's either gonna be fucked up or it's gonna be an alternate universe.
Like,
if you really want to go with canon.
Because the one thing that I hear a lot, and I'll drop it after this, but like the one thing I hear a lot is that like Jiggy never would have killed Lan Shichen, but it's like this exchange right here where Jiggy like identifies the exact moment that he figures out exactly what's going on here and then immediately twists it around to make Shichen feel bad about it. It's like, if this had gone any further, if Shichen had, like, kept pushing him on it, if he had kept pushing him on it at this point, he'd have been dead.
Yeah.
Jiggy would have killed him.
Yeah, dude, like...
He would not have hesitated. Like, we got the deleted scene of him killing, or of him, dismembering NMJ's corpse and looking like shit about it. Because it's like, that's kind of the point where he was like, there's no going back from this. And, like, why would he have not crossed the line to killing Shichen?
Yeah.
There is nothing in this world, nothing and no one that Jiggy loves more than power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if killing somebody...
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's all good. It's like, just because killing somebody, just because somebody's your friend.
Yeah.
I mean...
No.
Go. Just fucking do it. If it gets in the way of him retaining or gaining power...
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if it's his friend. It doesn't matter if it's his wife. It doesn't matter if it's his child. It doesn't fucking matter.
They gonna die.
But what was Scout gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, even if you get, like, best friend married to your two best friends, you'll still fuck them over if you want to, like, you want to climb and climb and climb.
Yeah. Specifically, mostly because you probably did that best friend marriage because you knew it would help you.
Yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yep. It's just so gross. Anyway, so Shichen's like, he doesn't really know how to answer, or well, Jiggy's like, it's okay, I'll let it go. I just want to know, like, why Han Guangjun thought that his head would be in my room? Like, what is that about? And, Shichen can't, he doesn't know how to answer. And Wei Wuxian can't answer it either, because, like, what's he gonna say? What's he supposed to say?
There's nothing he can say that would stand up in court. And Jin Guangyao is like, Xuan Yu, did you really lie to all these people? What's the point of telling all of these crazy lies about me?
Like, I know you have a crush on me, and I know you're mad about it, but, like, sweaty.
It's evil.
Like, it's so gross. He, like, he's the Tool video brain that he's got going in this whole bit.
He's fucking galaxy braining the shit out of this. He's like,
his third eye is open, and it's like the pupil is coming out and giving everybody the finger.
Oh my god!
Oh, absolutely. So, here comes Susha again to tell everybody who the fuck Mo Xuan Yu is. He's like, oh, well, he used to be a Lanling Jing disciple, but he couldn't act right, and he kept, like, harassing Lian Fengzun, so they kicked him out. But he seems to have, gotten the favor of Han Guangjun lately. And it's so weird how Han Guangjun, like, this, like, beautiful, graceful, righteous guy would keep such a piece of trash by him. But that's just me.
That's just
Susha's bum ass.
I know.
Too.
This is known as a shit disturber.
Yeah.
This bitch is making trouble. What? Boy! Capital letters. I wonder why Susha knows so much about Mo Xuan Yu. It's probably for no reason.
Probably nothing.
Probably for no reason that they had this man talk twice out of a mob of people and named him.
I do want to say at the beginning of this bit, so somebody, like, right after Jiggy's like, Xuan Yu, it says that one of the sect leaders asked who he's talking about, and then somebody spoke and says, Han Guangjun's boy. And, like, the text itself has forgotten within itself who Susha is. Because it doesn't refer to him by name, and then it's like, oh, it's this dude again.
The person who spoke was Susha.
Yeah.
What?
What the fuck?
That was Google. I don't know what it just said.
Something about a reminder for my friend?
Oh, Gemma probably set some kind of reminder.
Okay.
She's not here. But that was scary. I don't like being alone.
It's
Gemma, how could you?
So then Jin Liang shows up, or he speaks up, because he sees everybody else stirring the shit up, and he says, I gotta get in on that.
Yeah.
To be a big boy. He's upset, and then Jiggy's like, look, Xuan Yu, like, I'm not gonna bring up the past, like, that's all back then, this is now.
I'm gonna let Susha bring up the past for me. To embarrass you before I even open my mouth.
I'm not saying I have receipts, but I'm just saying that, like, someone in this audience probably does.
And just tell me. You have to tell me to settle my soul. Asu's death. Were you involved in that? And Wei Wuxian's like, woo!
He's like, damn!
Damn the nerve of this bitch!
This fucking... Ooh.
And I mean, he's thinking about it in his head, and he's like, okay, it makes sense. I mean, I think, he slandered Lian Fengzun in some way, and then that made Madame Jean kill herself. Mm-hmm. And he can't really argue with that. He can't explain how he saw Nian Mingjoi's head. Mm-hmm. He can't explain how he snuck into that room. He can't explain that he knows who Qin Su saw. Yep. You know, who gave her the letter or whatever.
Yep.
And so he just stays silent, and Hunsheng is out to party. But
that slinky sword comes out.
But hey, Lan Wangji's here to simp.
Yep.
He's here to simp.
Simping as a defense mechanism.
Yeah, but it's like good.
He puts
it's
up his simp shield.
It's good.
He puts up his simp shield. His simp deflectors. And he deflects Hunsheng with Bichen.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, what the fuck? What is this man doing?
What is happening?
So it becomes sword hell.
Yeah.
And Wei Wuxian's like,
let me grab this sword.
Let me grab this sword that is connected specifically to Wei Wuxian and unsheath it. So he does that.
And
Jing Guang yells like, oh, it's the Yiling Patriarch.
Yeah.
This is like the reveal moment.
Yep,
there it is. And Wei Wuxian's like, fuck.
Yep, he's like, oh, oops, bad idea. Because the only person who can take this sword out of its little thingy is
Saber,
Mr. Yiling Patriarch.
And like, shit, the way that Jiggy like unveils this, you can tell he's been waiting for it for a minute.
Because he's probably known for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
No, well, I wouldn't say a long time, but I would definitely say, and Wei Wuxian knows this too, he talks about this later on, that he pretty much knew the Jiggy was up when he saw the little cursed paper man, and then especially when he saw that paper man fuck with Suibian.
Yeah.
He was like, all right.
Yep.
Because he's a clever man.
Yeah, he's just, he's a smart little hamster. And so he does this Yiling Patriarch, his Moshwan Yu call out post. And Huaisong gets up, and is a little bit still out of it from passing out, and is like, wait, I thought this was Moshwan Yu. And like, I don't know how long Huaisong has been up. Like, you know, he passed out. If he just got up, wouldn't he have not heard anyone say Mo Xuan Yu's name?
Yeah, it's true.
How come he knows who Mo Xuan Yu is? Probably also for no reason.
No reason at all.
Yeah. So Jiggy's like, it's the bad guy. Everybody get behind me and I'll protect you. From the bad man of Wei Wuxian.
And Jin Liang's like,
he's mad.
He's very mad.
He's mad as hell. And fucking because of how the name of Wei Wuxian's sword was too embarrassing.
Yeah, nobody wants to say it.
Nobody wants to say whatever.
It's like if Voldemort, it's some Voldemort bullshit, but it's like if his name was something really stupid.
Yeah, and Huaisong has to be the one who's like, come on. I mean, it can't just be the Yiling Patriarch. It can't be just whoever pulls the sword out is the Yiling Patriarch. Like, that doesn't make sense. I mean, there has to be a misunderstanding, right?
I call bullshit.
And Jiggy's like, nope. That's Wei Wuxian.
Yep. I know when I see him.
And even Qin Liang is like, but hey, Jojo hit him with Zijian, and he didn't get unpossessed.
Yeah,
I saw my Jojo hit him. Zhangcheng is like, he kind of seethes about it, and then Jiggy's like, oh yeah, that reminds me. Didn't the Ghost General show up the night that Mo Xuan Yu like did a bunch of shit? Tell me about that, Aoyang. And it like the next line after that is seeing that he not only couldn't prove anything but was also refuted, Jin Liang's complexion paled. And I'm sad. He wants to defend quote unquote Mo Xuan Yu so bad.
Because he likes it. At this point, he's like, this is my bro who I go on an adventure with.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, this is my uncle who's just a tiny bit older than me. This is my fun uncle.
my funkle, yeah.
My Funkle Pop. But he's really upset about it, and it fucking sucks, and I'm crying.
He's really upset about it, and Jiggy's still, like, going on and on.
He gives us the explanation of the, like, ritual that Mo Xuan Yu would have had to do.
Which he did do.
Which he did. He did that. He did that.
He did that.
And how it doesn't count as a possession, which is why Zijian didn't work.
It doesn't count as a possession at all.
No.
And everybody's like, okay.
Checks out.
So it's like the explanation was fair and reasonable. Hatred grew in Mo Xuan Yu after he was thrown out of Koi Tower. Recalling the technique that he had seen, he asked for a ferocious ghost to befall and summoned the Yiling Patriarch. Everything that Wei Wuxian did was to seek revenge for Mo Xuan Yu. And that got me thinking.
Oh?
It got me thinking.
In
AU, where there was an extra cut meant for Jiggy.
Ooh!
Very interesting.
And then when Wei Wuxian gets resurrected, he has to fucking speed run the A plot.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's like, wasn't it like when there was a cut, he had like 3 days to get the revenge done,
like that,
right?
Yeah.
He's like, all right, I killed the family. Got to figure out who this last one is for.
All right, let's get on this half A press.
Let's get on this half A press, bitch.
He's gonna find all the shortcuts where he can clip through walls. He has to find the get on the roof of the castle trick.
Listen, instead of the paper man, that's literally just how he gets into the secret room.
He clips into the secret room.
Yes.
Oh, God.
So everybody's like, all right, well, Lian Fengzun, how the fuck are you gonna prove through the sword that this is Wei Wuxian? And Jiggy's like, okay.
I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory, but like, whatever.
Cracks his knuckles. Listen, we got a seer. We got a sword, okay? We collected it for our records.
Yeah.
But it, so weird. It just sealed itself up. Nobody was able to take it out. And Wei Wuxian's like, oh, god damn it. Fuck.
Yeah. It's a big explanation. It's info that we probably won't need for later.
You done fucked up, Wei Wuxian.
Yep. Jiggy's like, yeah, it's a spiritual sword. Only Wei Wuxian can do Excalibur with it. And since Mo Xuan Yu pulled it out, that means that he's actually Mo Xuan Yu. And immediately, Wei Wuxian turns into Knife Cat.
Yeah.
Everybody points their swords at him.
And Lan
This
Wangji
part
just
was
blocks
like-
that shit.
This part was hard to read because it was like, this person is coming at him and this person is coming at him.
Mm-hmm.
And it was hard to keep track of.
Yeah,
It's a lot of
people. And Lan Wangji is the one to immediately block all of the sword glares. And I'm just like, 1, simp of the century.
Yeah.
2, he is not doing the Mo Xuan Yu isn't actually Wei Wuxian team any favors here.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I mean, I think he knows when the Jiggy is up. But, I mean, he's a bit of a brain master. We've touched on this before.
He's a brain
knows.
master.
Yeah.
His Protect Wei Wuxian node is very robust.
Yeah, he's got a very healthy Protect Wei Wuxian node. Kind of eating up a lot of the brain energy of the rest of his
and
mind powers, but whatever.
A bunch of the sect leaders are like, oh my god, Hong Jun? And Wei Wuxian literally sees what's going on, and backflips the fuck out of there.
He hits the woe on his way jumping out of the window.
He backflips the fuck out of there because he does not want to deal with it. He does not know how to deal with it.
He says, peace.
And he realizes that after Jiggy saw the Paperman and he saw Suibian, he must have kind of cottoned on to shit and come up with a bunch of lies to tell Chin Su to get her to want to kill herself and set up the dagger and shit. But it was real quick thinking. It was truly some galaxy brain shit.
Yeah, he's got a big old brain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
he realizes he's being followed.
It's wonky.
It's wonky. He's following him, he's running after him, and we get this big paragraph that it melt on my heart. Because it's just kind of talking about how, Lan Wangji's always been like he's just different. He's just different.
He's different. Where's that fucking I made a note.
Is it on the next page? I think I know what it is that you're talking about.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
But he's like, he's just wondering why Lan Wangji is following him.
Yeah.
He's like, clearly there's nothing in it for him.
Yeah. And Wei Ying's like, you don't gotta be here, but Wangji keep running. And Wei Wuxian's like, you sure about this? You sure about this?
This is gonna fuck your reputation up forever. And, I mean, Wangji's still following him.
Yep.
He grabs his wrist as
Fuck
it
my
says, as
reputation.
though he was about to speak. Like, it could have ended here, but Jin Liang had to time his entrance.
Yeah.
Just too precisely.
How did he pull this off, by the way? He just nothing personnel kid his way path.
And it was like, hey, you Wei Ying?
Are you Wei Ying?
Are you Wei Ying?
He's mad, too.
You're not! Don't be Wei Ying! You're not Wei Ying!
Listen, are you really Wei Ying? Are you Wei Wuxian? And Wei Wei Ying's like, oh, guess I better backflip out of this one too.
He just stands there in silence, like trying to. He doesn't know what to say, and he's just like.
And then he tries to run away and immediately gets gored.
Stabbed, yeah.
Yep.
He gets
And
fucking
it's like,
stabbed.
it sucks because, like, Jin Liang, like, he doesn't have a lot of people he can trust anymore.
Yeah.
You know, as like a little man who doesn't have any parents and is mad all the time.
Yep.
But this is like the maddest I've ever seen him.
He's very hurt. It fucking sucks.
Yeah,
and it's
so
not
sad.
even. It's like not even anger. It's just he's so hurt.
Yeah,
He's a baby.
And Wei Wuxian tries to run away because he doesn't know how to answer him, and Jin Liang just stabs him. And he could have just gone, like, yeah, sorry, long story, I'll explain later, see ya, and just left. But he had to try to just be evasive, and now it's Uncle stabbing time.
Yeah.
I mean, he also feels bad.
He does. I'm
'Cause,
sure
like,
that he does.
Yeah, like, because he also, like, as soon as he realized, way back when, as soon as he realized who Jin Liang was, he was like, oh no, that's my baby boy.
yeah.
That's a little baby boy,
That's
and I
the
love him with all of my
baby boy
heart.
who in the dog walk, he held his tiny hand. I will never forget that. The scene where he holds his little hand.
His tiny little hand holding onto one finger.
It's so cute.
It's so cute.
He's a little baby.
He's a little baby.
He's such a little boy.
And it turns out that Jin Liang stabbed him in the same place that Zhang Chung stabbed him.
Yep.
He gets stabbed by his brother and nephew in the same place so often he just develops a callus there. Just like all the way through his body.
And
just slips right out through.
Not an uncle-shaped callus. Like a relation-shaped callus.
Yeah.
It's just shaped. It's shaped like their swords.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's shaped like a little angry kitty with its ears back.
Oh my god.
So then he just kind of blacks out for a second, and then next thing he knows, he's on Wang Ji's back.
He's on the Wangji Express.
He's taking the midnight train to Wangjiville. And they're flying on Beachin.
He don't feel so good
He doesn't
because
feel
he
so
did get
good.
stabbed.
Yeah, but he's like, I got stabbed, but I'm fine. I feel like shit, but I'm fine.
He goes, Luncheon.
Yeah.
And Lan Wangji's busting ass.
He's busting ass, and
But
he
he
says,
still goes,
Yeah, he said, and the book points it out. It's like,
yeah.
oh, he was very, like, he loved to hear him say,
Yes. Oh my god, he
something
goes,
like
so,
that.
Yeah, Lan Wangji goes, and then after he goes, I'm here. It's the two things that we love to hear.
It's
Yeah.
the two, yeah. Say those 4 words, those 3 words in one syllable.
And literally, Wei Wuxian loves to hear it too.
Yeah.
He says, something that Wei Wuxian had never felt before sprouted within his heart.
Yeah.
It was like sorrow. His chest hurt a bit, but also felt a bit warm.
The feeling is gay.
It's love, you fucking, you loon.
You fucking gay idiot. You're so dumb. You're
So
gay.
stupid.
Dumb gay
And he's
idiot,
like-
baby.
He's just remembering when, like, how Lan Wangji came, all the times he came to help him, and all the times they fought, and he's just like, God, Lan Wangji's always been real with me, man.
He's a real one.
He's a
he
real
is a
one.
He's the
Like,
realest real one.
even when they were fighting, he was a real one. Like when he was during the Sunshot campaign, when he was getting his dick sucked by every fucking body, and Lan Wangji was still like, hey, you're fucking your life up.
Yep.
He was the only one who was real with Wei Wuxian. And then, when everybody hated him,
He
and everybody
stuck by
wanted
him
to
the whole time.
Yeah.
he stood by his side
Ride
and
or
he
die.
supported him. And he didn't give a fuck what anybody else had to say because he's a real one. And he's always been a real one.
He's the only man.
And Wei Wuxian's like, oh, I remember now. And Lan Wangji's like, what do you remember?
Whom?
Like, please say you remember when I told you I loved you and would do
Ooh.
anything for you so we don't have to have that fucking conversation again, please.
But
And
no.
Wei Wuxian's like, I remember I carried you piggyback once.
Yeah. I gave you piggybacks.
Hilon Wangji's just like, and now it's time for 50 chapters of flashbacks.
Yep.
Ugh.
That's pretty much it.
Lord. But yeah, chapter 51 next time, which is part 1 of the Courage arc.
Courage.
Real quick, because I just remembered to point this out, the translation that we read from, that one, the deleted scene, they have different titles for the arcs.
Okay.
And the Guile arc in that one is called Crafty Child.
Oh my god. Child?
It's so funny to me.
I mean, if you think about it, though, Wei Wuxian does get crafty with it. He makes that paper man. Hey!
You know? Arts and crafts. But I think let's do a quick little Google Translate Essence collection.
Yay!
Yeah!
I have 2 of them. One is very short, one is pretty long. And I just figured we would do one last one in honor of Daga. So I'm gonna put I'm gonna copy and paste these into Discord, and y'all can take your pick. And here's the big one.
I'm gonna read the first one. Okay.
So for context, I don't have any context. It's another, like, really old one, but I don't know what's going on, but I know, like, one word in this translation tells me that this is definitely from, like, Russian or Polish or something like that.
Okay.
And I'll talk about why after we do this.
And I'm supposed to read this in, like, a sexy ASMR voice, right?
Yeah!
If you would like.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm sorry.
You got it. You got this,
I'm gonna get really close to the mic and do it.
Really, really close.
Not Mingjue instantly appeared next to him and took a kiss at him, while at the same time tearing off his clothes.
Nothing personnel, kid. Mooch.
Nothing personnel, kid.
I really like not Mingjue.
See, that's the thing. That's what pointed me towards this has to be Russian or something, because...
Okay, because, like, Niet. Yeah.
Niet. Like,
yes.
That happens half the time that it's like, it's either gonna be not, or Chinghe no, or something like that, and it's so fucking funny.
To be fair, my autocorrect does that, so I don't know whether my autocorrect is German.
It's got, dude, I know it's like Russian or something.
Yeah,
it's the same
or
shit.
German, sorry, Russian.
Yeah.
Russian is what I meant to say. That's a funny joke.
God, took a kiss at him.
He took a kiss at him.
Just like taking a swing at somebody, you know?
And he probably...
It might land, it might not.
You know what's interesting about this? He took a kiss at him, and typically when you kiss someone, you close your eyes. So he's taking his clothes off while closing his eyes.
I mean, shit. It'll be kind of a mess, but it's a fun visual.
Unless he keeps his eyes open. And then it's like that Bruno Mars song that's like, your eyes were wide open. Why were they open? Yeah.
God.
Weird shit.
I mean, it says he's tearing his clothes off, so I bet, like,
he doesn't even care.
Oh, yeah, no.
He doesn't even give a fuck. He's literally ripping them off.
No grace needed.
No eyes needed.
Nah. So this next one, this one is definitely Russian, I know that. Most of this fic is just NMJ seething about Jiggy despite fucking him.
Okay.
Great.
But before we do the actual excerpt, I want you to read the very first sentence of this fic.
Okay.
I didn't put this in the Discord, but I just want to...
Jean, bitch, Guangyao.
That's how it opens.
Separated by commas.
Yeah. So here's the actual thing.
I'm gonna get up close to the mic like Scott did. I like that.
You should also do it in your sexy ASMR voice.
Yes. Chifeng soon. Really?
That's,
right then?
Of course.
Jesus fuck. I'm just gonna say it normally, because if I get interrupted one more time, I'm leaving the fucking podcast.
Okay.
Just quitting entirely.
Chifeng Tsun winced and somehow sighed tiredly, without much interest listening to Guangshan's monologue about a terrible threat to all the inhabitants of the Celestial Empire. This is about Wei Wuxiang. He had heard it already 10 times, if not more. And the same thing every time, just words and no action. And this fucking annoyed Ming Jue. Senior unconsciously clenched his fist, snapping his stiff fingers, and turned a heavy gaze to Guanyo, who was meekly standing behind his father. A kind smile adorned his lips, and his eyes looked warm and good-natured. He definitely had a liking. True, Mingjue was already getting sick from this good boy mask.
Senior
Also,
unconsciously.
it's really good.
I have 2 questions. Number 1, who is Senior unconsciously? 2, who is Guanyo?
Guanyo.
And who's Wei Wuxiang?
Yeah!
Wei Wuxiang is the gem fusion of Zhangcheng and Wei Wuxiang.
Okay.
God. I kind of like that. Jesus. And this fucking annoyed Mingjue.
I love
This
that.
fucking annoyed Mingjue. I mean, I understand and I empathize.
Because usually in fic that isn't written in English, I find that they don't cuss a lot. So that was very good to me.
Yeah.
I know.
Leave it to Russian.
Right, of course.
I love... True, Mingjue was already getting sick from this good boy mask. That's just a summary of the last chapter.
Yeah. Like, fucking absolutely. It's ideal.
And
Sick
even
of
the
this
beginning of this one, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, you know.
Oh, God, yes.
Jin, bitch, Guangyao.
Jean Bitch Guangyao.
That's his middle name.
It absolutely is his middle name.
God. Alright, good shit. So, let's do some questions.
We're doing questions.
If you got questions, you can send them to cloudrecessespod.tumblr.com/ask or via Twitter @cloudrecesspod. You get one recess. That's all. Just the one. I'm gonna go over to Dwitter. If it feels like loading at any point.
Nah. First question is from our pal on Twitter @AskJovery. They ask, what unusual interior design choices do you think each character makes in reference to their bedroom? For example, Jiggy and the Looney Tunes Wile E. Coyote Mirror, etc. I think Wei Wuxian is the type of person who buys all of his interior decorations from the thrift store, whether they make sense or not.
God. It's that in, metal band posters. He's got, 50 Iron Maiden posters.
Yeah, he got them all from the garbage.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Everybody's stealing people's garbage.
Wei Wuxian does not pay for his own furniture.
No.
I'll tell you that. Everybody wants new furniture.
Yeah, he's the guy. And we actually did do this for our apartment, so no shame or anything. But he's the guy who's he's driving down the street and he sees somebody's couch on the sidewalk.
Yes,
And he's like,
yeah.
yes, that's
Absolutely.
We have a trunk that we took out of the dumpster in our last apartment.
Yeah, I'm the trash man.
I'm the trash man.
I'm the trash man.
Remember when we went to IKEA and we were just walking around looking at the, set up rooms, the display rooms, and going, that one's a Hwai-song room. That one's a Jiggy room.
Yeah. We literally, categorized each IKEA room by mode-out characters. I drew a little Wei Ying in one of the prop notebooks and told people to watch Modao Zuchi. That was a rollicking time.
That was a good day.
Wow.
I got to say, it was a good day.
I gotta say, it was a good day.
I mean, does Lan Wangji's Under the Floorboards booze collection count as an unusual interior design choice?
Yeah, his secret in case of
pretty
Wei
weird.
Wuxian stash.
In case of Wei Ying, please break.
I know that Zhangcheng keeps a empty gallon bottle next to his bed so he can piss in it, so he doesn't have to get up and go to the bathroom at night like a nasty frat boy.
Ugh.
He also has a cum sock.
Ew!
Oh, what's that?
I'll give you 2 guesses.
Ugh.
I don't know what it is. Why would you put your cum
It's
in
a sock that you come into, so you don't have to cum all over your room. If there's nowhere else to put it, a sock is probably the best choice.
Just wear a condom.
Wearing a condom to masturbate? What do you think these dudes are made of money?
I don't know.
Condoms are expensive,
actually,
bro.
yes, they are. That's the thing. They're all very rich.
Yeah. They have a
John
point.
Chung wears a condom to masturbate.
Oh.
He does wear a condom to masturbate. I can say that with fucking crystal clear certainty.
Ooh. No, I'm looking at the kaleidoscope brain that you've got going on, the third eye emerging from your forehead, and I want to fucking poke it. I hate it.
You want to poke it?
Yeah.
It's
God.
pretty bad, right?
We were talking earlier about how Jung Chung just has bad opinions, and we hate to admit it, but, like, this is another one of those.
Yeah, Jong Chung is,
Thinking that you can just do this shit.
Jong Chung backs the blue. No, he doesn't. Oh, no, he does not. No, he
Never
does
say
not.
to me.
He
We
would
will
not-
never go that
What
far.
does that mean?
He would not be into institutional brutality. Institutionalized brutality.
Oh, okay, that's what
Yes.
that means. I thought you meant he supports the New York Giants.
Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice?
Does Jung Chung like the Mets?
John loves
Let's
the
go Mets, baby! Love the Mets!
Love the Mets.
Let's go Mets, baby!
Incidentally, I do love the Mets. So, like,
Love the Mets!
Love the Mets! Love the Mets! The Mets!
Let's go Mets, baby!
I keep saying the instead of duh. I'm the worst kind of person.
Let's go Mets.
I mean, up here, it's like, what other option do you have? The Yankees? Really? Like,
I like the ones with the, they've got the Fuzzy Man
The fuzzy Mets.
as their mascot, and he's fuzzy.
oh, is he orange?
Yes.
Okay, that's the Flyers, I think. That's Gritty. Actually, I don't know if his team is the Flyers because I don't watch hockey, but his name is
I like
Gritty.
Gritty because he's a violent communist
Yeah.
and an anarchist.
I like Mr. Met because his head is a baseball.
Oh, that's right. They have the baseball-headed
I don't know if you I don't know if you know this, but he canonically has a wife.
I love it.
He's fucked.
And her head is also a baseball.
Mr. Met fucked.
But yeah, her name is Mrs. Met, but she has like a dead mom anime ponytail.
Oh no!
She's really cute. I'm actually looking at a bobblehead of her right now because Gemma has one. And the only downside to Mrs. Met is that she has a dead mom anime ponytail, and they have 2 kids.
God.
I'm worried.
They don't have
I'm
names.
I'm curious now about the baseball head subculture of humans. Like
Well,
the
it's interesting because the Cincinnati Reds also have like a baseball head guy.
Okay.
But he is really creepy to look like. Like, have you seen Mr. Met?
I've seen Mr.
Yeah,
Met,
he looks like a friend.
Okay.
He looks
Yeah.
like a friend.
Yeah. He's really cute. This is Mr. Red or Mr. Red Legs, I think. When I first got into baseball this year, I was looking up all the mascots and Gemma was like, look at this guy. And he's really scary. I'm going to show him to you. I'm going to put him in recording
dude.
chat.
Oh,
no.
I don't like that.
No.
He's
Why
bad.
does he look like a stereotypical ass Guido?
Why is he pointing a gun at me?
He's-
Oh,
I don't know.
Jesus.
But he has a cute wife. I'm going to show her
He
to
got
you.
those
and
crazy
then we
anime
can,
eyes, dude.
move
You
on.
know when they
We
snap?
can move on.
Jesus.
Ugh.
I'm not about this, man.
I want to stop looking at that.
Here's his wife.
I mean, she looks like
I think she's cute.
she looks like if you took Linda. Barney's wife. What the fuck is her name?
Barney?
From the Flintstones.
Oh! Betty
Wilma.
Rubble.
Wilma.
No, Wilma's Fred's wife.
Oh, Betty Rubble. It
Yeah,
looks
Betty
like
Rubble.
if you took Betty Rubble and gave her baseball surgery.
We give her
Baseball surgery. Incidentally, this is Mrs. Matt. She is very cute. I'm obsessed with her.
They're cheating on each other.
Oh my
The
God.
husbands with each other.
Oh my god.
They're cheating on their husbands with each other.
Let's go, Miss.
It's good. I like that.
She's good. She has a very robust nose. I like to see her grow with a robust nose.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah, these are definitely members of the same species.
They are. I want to know more about this species. I need to know how they came. I need to know how they came to be. Like, did they emerge as a subspecies of human around the time when basketball was invented? Was there some kind of experimentation going on with that? Anyway, let's move on to the next question.
John is waiting for his Mrs. Mid.
Yeah, Wysong's not going to be that. She doesn't like sports.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Anyway.
But I can't imagine Wysong wearing like a cute ponytail.
Yeah, that'd be cute.
So our next question is from @Ereviru, our pal LVA. I know Cloud Recesses has a max accessory rule, but ignore that for a minute. If they decorated their sashes / belts / IDK the right word, like some people decorate their backpacks with buttons and fandom charms, etc., what would these boys wear?
If they had Ida
oh my
sashes.
God, their Ida bags.
Oh my God! Lan Wangji's would be all rabbits all the time.
Yeah.
He just because
or he would have like a Wei Ying Ida bag.
He would keep it a secret, and I'll tell you why he only has bunny accessories. It's because I think at one point somebody realized that he liked rabbits, and they went, "Oh, you like rabbits? I got you this charm. It's got a rabbit on it. You like rabbits, don't you?"
And he said,
And
it's one of those.
Yep.
And somebody else comes up to him with a pin. They're like, "Oh, I got this pin with a rabbit on it. You like rabbits, don't you?" And he goes, And that repeats for every major holiday that you get a gift. And he's just got just a truckload of pins and badges and lanyards and the buttons.
It's good.
With Bunny.
And he's totally fine with it because bunnies are his special interest, so...
Yes.
It's good.
Yeah.
I think...
Wei Ying pins, just to be cool and edgy, he pins a bunch of safety pins to his backpack.
Yeah. He lets the safety pin show on his Ida bag, which you're not supposed to do.
Yes.
He's got the, like, battle jacket version of a sash or whatever.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wysong just has a regular Ida bag. It's just got, like, best girls from various gacha games.
Yeah, and he makes all the rosettes himself to put the pins on.
I feel like he's got an Ida bag for a weird character, though. Like somebody from Twin Peaks.
Oh my God.
Oh my God! Like that person who had an Ida bag of Jeff Goldblum.
Yes, exactly! He's an Ida bag of, like, fucking Fabio.
God!
For no reason.
Oh my God. Jesus. My Steve Gutenberg Ida bag.
God.
Oh my God.
Good Lord. Zhangcheng has a Mr. Met Ida bag.
It's good. I guess Zhangcheng likes the Mets as canon now.
The Mets.
Let's
go Mets, baby. Love the Mets.
Let's go Tumblr, baby.
Let's go Tumblr, baby. Love the Tumblr.
Love the Tumblr.
All right, we on that Tumblr wave now. Anonymous asks, if MDZS was a pre-COVID hospital drama, what sort of medical professionals do you think everyone would be? Or would be funniest as? Personally, the idea of Wei Ying being both the most liked by kids pediatrician and head of the morgue is good to me. Wenqing
Oh my God.
would probably be an expert in 7 different fields and would be the main character. Absolutely correct. Wenqing is the main character of this show. Wei Ying, I think it would be funniest if he was head of the morgue. I think that'd be great. Because then you've got, because I want to tell you why. Because you've got Lan Zhan the pediatrician, and they're having a tryst.
Oh my God.
What do you think?
I like it.
This is great.
I like the idea of this is Wei Ying's main job, and then just as a hobby, he's in this universe, he's the one doing Ask a Mortician.
Oh wow. Jin Liang is an intern.
Yeah.
All the little children's are like the teenagers are interns.
Yeah, they're baby
or they're
doctors.
candy stripers. Do they have those anymore?
I don't know. Huh? Do candy stripers still exist?
What are candy stripers?
It's like I think it was
Like a
like
hospital
big in the
volunteers,
50s and
yeah.
60s. Yeah, and it was usually girls,
Mhm.
and you would wear like a striped apron.
Mhm.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's like Girl Scouts, but for the hospital.
Okay.
It's like, I guess, I mean, hospital volunteers still exist. I just don't know if they're still
Children.
I was gonna say, I don't know if they're still wearing the cute uniforms, but either way. I would like to see them in those. That'd be cute.
I think Jong Chung is a surgeon. He would be a good surgeon.
He would absolutely. No nonsense as fuck.
Oh yeah, no, none at all. Huaisong doesn't work there. Mingjue does. Huaisong hangs out in the cafeteria.
I'll tell you, Mingjue is like the chief of surgery or something, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huaisong
he's
just
also a
chills there.
surgeon.
Yeah.
Maybe Mingjue doesn't drive, so Huaisong picks him up every day. He's just like,
Oh, Mingjue, like, lost his license in a DUI or something.
oh my god!
Like a road rage
Yeah,
incident.
It's a road rage incident.
It was a road rage incident, and they took his license away, and he's in a probationary period for it still. He just got really, really mad.
He got really heated. He had a heated driving moment.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Don't we all?
God.
Jiggy is
Evil.
No, Jiggy is fucking the superintendent of the hospital, whatever the head of the hospital is
Oh
called.
yeah, because he's wizard president. I was gonna say, I feel like I could see him being like a plastic surgeon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I feel like Shichen could have like just kind of the internal fortitude and also the aptitude and just like the heart to be like in charge of like the burn unit or something.
Oh wow. Yeah, he's in the ICU.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that's true.
He's just got enough love to go around.
That's very true.
You know,
I love
he
that.
just wants to help. He's a good boy. And he's
It's
also
good.
he's prescribing everybody medical marijuana.
Absolutely.
Thank God. Thank God.
So that's pretty much everybody who was anybody for this chapter. Next question is from friend of the show, Nish at the Trashiest of Cans. They ask, Among Us. It's fun. It's popular. And it breaks apart relationships like only games of betrayal can. How do the different MDZS characters play Among Us? Who is extremely task-oriented and who is more focused on watching the other players? Who can't handle the pressure of lying to the other players? And who is an expert imposter? Who is a stealth expert? And who vents in front of crewmates? What colors, accessories do they like? What names do they pick? Thanks for indulging my gaming questions. That is so many questions.
I don't know
Yeah.
this one. Because, like, I think this is the game where everybody is like a little astronaut, right?
Yeah, it's basically like Mafia.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll just go question by question.
Yeah.
How do the different whatever who is extremely task oriented and who is more focused on watching the other players? The task oriented person is probably
I could see Zhangsheng being
Yes,
he just gets caught up in doing the tasks.
Yeah, I was gonna say JC.
Yeah.
Who's more focused on watching the other players? I think it would probably
It's
be
Jiggy and Huaisong.
Jiggy.
Yeah, Jiggy and Huaisong. I was gonna say Huaisong at first, but then I was like, well, but Jiggy though. Yeah.
But Jiggy though.
Who can't handle the pressure of lying to the other players? Shichen and Lan Wangji.
Yeah.
They're horrible to play with.
Mhm.
They're horrible to play with.
They hate to do it.
Because they'll kill somebody and they'll just come on in the chat like, hey, sorry, it was me. Like, they can't deal with it. The guilt will kill them. Who is an expert imposter?
Jiggy and Huaisong.
And Jiggy and Huaisong. Wow, Jiggy and Huaisong.
Jiggy, Huaisong, and Wei Wuxian. Horrible twink trio.
Wow, just absolutely world destroying.
Wow, subunit.
That's why they went to bottom school together.
Yes! Who is a stealth expert and who vents in front of crewmates?
Stealth expert. I mean,
Wei Wuxian vents
You
in
guys
front of
can
crewmates.
keep answering this one. I have to go get my charging
You're
cord.
good. Wei Wuxian vents in front of crewmates because he doesn't give a fuck.
yeah. He votes for Zhangsheng being the imposter every single time.
Yes, he does.
Just to make him mad.
No matter whether like it was actually
Based on
plausible
anything. Yeah.
or not. Absolutely. Stealth expert is probably Jong Chung. He's probably good at that. When he's not getting caught up in the tasks.
Yeah.
What colors or accessories do they like?
Colors are self-explanatory, I think.
Yeah. Wei Wuxian always has to be black, no questions asked. Oh, yeah. And he gets the bunny ears.
He gets the bunny ears, yeah.
What names do they pick? God. Wei Wuxian's probably like God Destroyer.
God.
Jong Chung's is Law and Order.
Law and Order.
Law and Order.
and Wei Wuxian makes fun of him for it. He's like, "Oh, you gonna mow that lawn?"
What do you mean? It's Law and Order. Don't be stupid. You want to die?
Do you want to die?
I'm gonna break your legs.
Asshole. Stupid. That's good.
Lan Chan's is just Bnui. That's a good question. Thank you for that question.
I like.
All right. Last question is from an anonymous friend. They ask, we know about Jiggy, but how would the rest of the cast react if a bunch of cultivators showed up outside their bedroom at night demanding entry and searching around?
Wei Wuxian and Lan Wangji don't notice because they're fucking.
Yeah.
They're probably... The investigation was probably started because they were fucking too loud.
Yeah. Too damn loud.
And the only thing Lan Wangji really has to hide is already hidden, so it's fine.
Yep.
Jong Chung would be whipping some bitches.
He would be so fucking mad.
He'd be angry they upset his beauty sleep.
He comes out, he's got his face mask on.
Oh my god, he's got cucumbers over his eyes.
Jong Chung is the type of guy who, like, sleeps in the bed with all his dogs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
He's surrounded by pillows, and he has, like, all 8 of his dogs in the bed with him.
Pajama's comfy.
Pajama's comfy. Huaisang would probably find a very inelegant way of getting out of being searched. Actually, Huaisang would be that bitch where you come up to her door, she's like, do you have a warrant? Is it signed by a judge?
I don't have to open.
Am I being detained? Am I free to go?
Knows her rights.
Am I free to go? Am I free to go, though? Am I being detained?
But, like, am I free to go?
Like, she would be that bitch.
God. Shichen would be like, oh, okay, I guess, yeah, come in. Sure, it's fine.
Yeah. Shichen just lets it happen.
Bongs, if you don't mind.
Mind the bongs.
They're strewn all over the floor.
God.
He's like my dude, he has to use a different one depending on how high or low the tide is.
Jesus.
I'm so serious.
Oh my god.
It's fucking hilarious.
Good lord.
But I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty much it, right?
That's good.
That's good.
We like it.
We like it. I mean, to be fair to Jiggy in this chapter, not gonna say we're handing it to him. Handing it to him a little bit. I too would be a little bit concerned.
Yeah.
If the whole damn spot showed up to my bedroom and I'm, in my little silk pajamas and my little nightcap and I've got my little candle in my hand.
Oh my god. As if Jiggy is like Ebenezer Scrooge, Who
has interrupted my slumber?
As if he's not in his, like, feather-lined, sheer nightgown.
Yeah,
oh my god, no,
that, like, Hollywood movie star.
Yeah. He's in, like, a moo-moo and curlers.
His divorcee robe.
Yes, his divorcee robe. Fuck.
But I think, speaking of sleepies and pajamas and being comfy, I think it's time for us to clean up the house and get this...
It's almost sleepy time. It is quite late while we're recording this.
So, guess what? We have a Patreon.
We do have a Patreon, and if you want to throw some monetary treats into our mouth, we will provide oral treats for you.
Wow,
like the AURL, not like
our all treats.
Not like I'm gonna come over and like put my mouth on you. I'm sorry. I tried to use a fun word and it backfired.
OUR space ALL space treats.
Like, you tossing treats into their mouth.
Yes.
Like you do with a little dog.
Yeah.
Yes, from across the country, sometimes
The
from
country?
across several countries. The country.
Crunchy.
That's the
roll.
crunchy country.
Yeah. For $1 of treats a month, you can be a disciple of the show and get access to all of our Patreon exclusive bonus content, including She's and Get iPad. And you also get a special role in our Discord. For $5 a month, you can be a sec leader of the show and get all that plus a more special role in our Discord channel and a little thank you shout out on the show. And we will do a little doodle for you.
We'll do a doodle for you.
We'll
doodle for you.
Doodle. And then for $10 a month, just like Scooter here.
Yeah, me.
Yeah,
The
you could be a chief cultivator of the whole damn Pod Recesses world and get all of that, and an even more special role in our Discord where your name gets turned yellow, and you can listen. Can
I make one joke?
Yeah.
Yes.
You will draw them an innocent doodle.
Innocent doodle. I appreciate that. That was a good one.
Doodle.
Scott, that was a good one. Scott,
Yeah,
I called you Scott?
I'm
Wrong with you, dude. God, I've been up too long. I'm sorry, Scoot.
It's fine.
You're not a Scott.
Could you imagine if I was? That would be weird.
You know what? I feel like you could probably work a Scott. I feel like you could probably fuck the name Scott up for yourself. Not in a bad way, in the good fuck up way. I'm so tired. Oh, God.
Did I ever tell you about one time when we were like 12, my friend Catherine's brother, his name was Scott, he got a birthday cake made for him when he turned like 17 or something, but they spelled his name wrong and they put Scoot.
Oh my god, that's very good.
Happy birthday, Scoot.
Happy birthday, Scoot. Anyway, if you are a chief cultivator of the Pod Recess world, you get all the stuff that I talked about before. And you can also listen in when we record our episodes, including She's and Get iPad. All of our donors also get to vote every month on which charity we'll donate some of our money to. So let's give a big old $5 shout out to our sec leaders, whose names are... Do you want to go back and forth? I think it's
Sure.
fun. Yeah.
I'll shout out them $5 sec leaders, my dudes. We got Lenny W, Carrie, Lena, Rachel W, Audrey F, Corin, name redacted, and 420 sec leader Sarah. Smoke weed every day. Thank you for supporting us.
Hell yes. And a big ol' thank you. $10 of thank you to our chief cultivators of the show, Colin, Stefaniku, Air to Athens, and right here in the digital studio, a scout.
The best scout in the world, I would say.
I would say the only scout in my world.
Yeah, I'm the only scout in my world too.
We like it.
And
I like it.
We love it. And thank you to Noisepace.xyz for being our podcast network. Thank you, Sec Leader Matt.
Thank you, Sec Leader Matt. Thank you, Sec Leader Matt's cool cat looker.
Check out some podcasts. There's a lot of them.
Yeah,
You'll
check
find
out
some.
many podcasts.
Check out Wow Cool Robot. I've been listening to Wow Cool Robot.
It's Gundams.
It's Gundams. There's a lot of them. Something for everybody. Once again, I'm Roy. I'm on Twitter at SemperFunny. Also at Ealing Hypebeast. Haven't really been doing much there because I'm on hiatus, but if all you want to see is Modow stuff, I got a big old backlog.
And she draw on it.
I draw on it.
And I'm Fallon. You can find me on Twitter at America's Burden. I'm locked right now, but follow requests are okay.
Hell yeah.
I don't know why you would want to follow me, but there it is.
Because we love a Fallon.
And where can we find the Scout?
Okay, so my Twitter is at Cybernetics, CYBERNETIQUES. I can't believe I did that without Amanda reminding me how to spell my Twitter username.
I love it!
So I like Fire Emblem. I'm also locked down. But it be like that. You can do it.
Yeah.
I also do a podcast. It is called Unlimited Blade Jerks, and it is about Fate.
It is good.
The anime, not, the general concept. And Roy is on our most recent episode. It's taking a little while because Amanda's moving right now.
Oh, okay.
So she's moving in with her fiance.
Word.
So it's like it's going on. But Roy is on our most recent episode.
Hell yeah.
I'm so glad that I got Roy into Fate. It makes me so happy to see and hear.
What can I say?
Yeah.
Funny Gilgamesh flush a toilet.
What the fuck?
Tell me that's not what Enema Elish is.
Pretty much. I mean...
But yeah, you can also find Pod Recesses, just us, the podcast, at cloudrecessespod.tumblr.com and on twitter.com/cloudrecess, just one pod. We're on all the podcast apps, we're on the websites. Like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, YouTube.
Do all that shit, the intergagement.
Intergaging, Chief Intergage Officer.
My god.
You can also join our Discord, the link is in the description, just like it is every episode. And... you know what we say at the end of every episode?
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
Can I say it?
Yeah!
Semper Bunny. Semper Banui.
Semper Banui!
You are all my nephews now.
Devil has been solved.
Semper Bunny, folks.
Bye.
Bye.